chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting orders, say I'm still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Be with the lens, but his brain's gone blind. Shoots the dirt instead of the grind. Sam's lost deep in his own head maze. Wandering thoughts set the cameras ablaze. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? J. Cole smiles while the world goes bust. Streaming calm with unshaken trust. You're doing great, he says with cheer, while flames reflect in the camera's mirror. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? Wobbly spin circles like a broken wheel. Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting orders, say I'm still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast the circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
And that should be us live. It is shocking, and pretty much on time. Welcome everybody to BSTV. This is the TCR Challenge Cup. We're in season 22 still. That's right, 22 seasons. It's been going 10 years-ish. No, No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It's been going 6. Oh, I don't know, 6 or 7. We are at Sebring for an endurance round. It's moist, folks, and as my co-commentator, the mighty and obviously the most handsome person in well, maybe the world, but definitely in this booth, Jay Corley. Good evening.
Oh, I was expecting you to say somebody else. I was like, is somebody else joining us tonight? It's good to see you, Pete. I hope you're feeling a little bit more well than I am tonight, but we're going to get through tonight, and I try to do everything I can to get at least a little bit well, because I enjoy watching these races, and tonight, endurance at Sebring, bring it on.
Yeah. We'll talk about the wind and the direction that you've noted in a minute. But yes, we are here, folks, at Sebring. It's usually nice and hot and sunny in Florida, apart from when they get hurricanes and stuff. And this is not one of those days. This is probably on the edge of a hurricane when you think about the weather. But let's see, we've got 26, 27, 28, 29 cars in at the minute, and plenty of time for more to join. We nearly ended up with Sam Blees rejoining, but his rig has betrayed him, so he won't be racing tonight. Hopefully he'll join us in future weeks. That'd be great to get another mighty name like Sam Blees back, won't it? Won't it, Joey? That'd be great.
Absolutely, you can never have too many quick drivers in this league.
No, too right. And speaking of which, let's go and find someone to put the camera on and change the visual. Pete, well done. Right, so you can have a bit of that while we go and have a look at the standings, because lots of things changed as a result of last week's performances. Let's have a look at the pro standings. Pete Newman, it wasn't a great week, was it, for Result X last week? And he's dropped a few points, but he's still got plenty in the bag. He's still 220 points, call it, ahead of Rene Earhart. Kasper Smirnov is sat there in third place, stalking the top two. And Michael Hall's making his presence known. Then there's a big jump to Austin Lee and Logan. And then another big jump down again to Wobbly, Manuel and Stephen Walker. Manuel and Stephen have only done one race each. And look how many points they hold. This one's starting to fragment a bit, Jay, but I can see it coming back together again. I'm not sure what your thoughts are.
I still think after this endurance race, we've got what, three more weeks left.
Yep.
I think this is still Pete's to lose. It was unfortunate that last week it didn't go the way that Result X Pure Sims wanted. This is, however, double points this week, so a bad week here for Pete and a good week for Rene and Casper. Then we can probably bring that into a conversation of this class is back.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look at the Pro-Ams. This is the middle skill class of racer. Jaden Scotton just about hanging on here to that top spot, but he's being pressured all the way now by Jamie Wilson. Only 72 points behind. Sorry, 72 points behind. I can't see. Not wearing my glasses. And even Jamie is not free of any attention, because the Pie Man is right behind him, about 100 points behind, 98 to be precise. Thomas Osboth, who was a little bit higher up at one point, is still in contention, as is Demis, as is PVG. And I'd even say that Tony Walker could have a shot at it. It gets a bit more chancy after that. Although, when you consider there's only 172 points between 10th and 1st in this class, Jay, your favourite class is proving to be the entertainment centre.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said with the pros, it's going to take one bad race, I think, today for some of the pro-ams and some of the guys who are just out of contention to have a good race. And once again, just like every week, the class gets turned on its head once again.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I don't know. I think this might be Jamie Wilson's season. But I'm not going to curse him that badly. My curses are strong. Well, no. Shh. Never said anything. Paul Hurley, top of the AM class standings. This one is a bit more ridiculous. Fraser Garrity in second. He's been leading it up until this point. Paul Hurley had a very good week last week. Cedric Somerains in third there. Chesney in fourth. They're only separated by 2 points. And they are only all 4 of those are only separated by, look at that, 20 points, Jay. 20 points separates
Insane,
the top
isn't
4 cars.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, unbelievable. There is a bit of a jump, a 40-point jump back to David Ayres, who leads the charge of, well, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 cars down to Darrell Wright. So the top 9 are separated by almost Nout. So great racing in that AM class. That is shaping up to be a proper ding dong battle for the end of this season. Team standings wise, Result X Pure Sims, even though they had a bad week, they've still got plenty in the bank. They are head and shoulders still above Hydro Race Racing Forces, who have not got it their own way. Look at that. Result Clothing really pressuring them now. Result teams are floating to the top of this in large numbers. Blade Designs SRL giving everybody something to think about, but they particularly are 400 points behind the leader. They've got some work to do, but a 2-man team at the top, which we mentioned last week, so I'm not going to strain Jay's vocal cords anymore on this one, but a 2-man team at the top is not an easy feat. They have done such a spectacular job, those 2 boys, Michael Hall and Pete Newman. Again, it's for them to throw away, as Jay said before. Driver of the meeting, Jamie Wilson on the top here, 5 points this season. Second place, Jaden Scotton. So the top 2 in Pro-Am, which is arguably the hottest of the classes, are the top 2 in this. Chesney and Fraser in the top 4 of AM class are the next 2 in line here, and they're joint 3rd place. And then a bunch of guys on 1 point behind that. The most coveted prize in iRacing, which is the Sir Alan Toons Safe Driver Award, might have to change the name of this trophy. Can you think what it might be too, Jay?
I don't think this needs changing at all. It's already got the greatest name in motorsport
Actually, yeah, that's
history.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the winner of it is a foregone conclusion. It's absolutely insanity how big the gap is between first and second right now. Usually this one, it's always between 3-4 cars, but I tell you what, Jeff is just in a class of his own, and it just happens to be the cleanest class of his own as well.
He's done more laps than Jaden behind him. Sorry, more turns than Jaden behind him, and has a quarter of his incident points. That's remarkable. And it's not like he's like pootling around at the back. He's stuck in it. You know, he's in the fight. He doesn't finish last. He finishes like, you know, two-thirds of the way down the standings. It's a really good effort from him. Right, let's go back to seeing some cars, folks. What's going on the chat? It'd be great to see Sam Blees back, says Sir Alan Toon. Absolutely, that would be great. What's Locker War saying? Do we know Locker War's real name? I can't remember.
Lock.
Lock, that'll do.
It's Lock.
Mr. Lock. Here's to you getting 100% soon, Jay. Yeah, absolutely. Guatemalan bog fever is what I've diagnosed. So let's hope he can survive.
Not again.
I'm afraid so. Guatemalan bog fever. Right, let's have a look at what's going on here in this practice session for the next 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I appear to be on time today. I don't know what's going on. It feels uncomfortable. We'll do a track guide if the mighty Jay Corley is up to it in the
absolutely.
qualifying session. Look at the puddles though; they're still pretty large on some of these apexes, Jay.
Yeah, we could have a very similar situation to what we had at Navarra a couple of weeks back. These are going to be especially treacherous during the first couple of laps, especially if you've got people going too wide into a corner. Everyone's got their preferred dry line right now, but if you're battling against somebody and you end up having to take that inside line or on the outside where there's puddles forming, it can really cause some problems, and that's all through the grid. We saw literally everybody from the top to the middle to at the rear of the snake as well, just putting their foot wrong, and it's great for us, but I can imagine it's going to be quite stressful for some of those drivers.
Yeah, I agree with you entirely. This one's going to be a bit of a stress. You can still see the vapour at the bottom of the tyres there, even on the dry bits. Not quite fully dry. Those dark stripes on the concrete, that's going to be an issue. Have you driven this in the wet ever, Sebring?
Yes, I've done an official in the wet before. I think it was an IMPC. It was a slog. It was a bit of a struggle in places.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun though. Plus, of course, the track guides as well. I always try and get some wet laps in there as well. So
Yeah,
I've seen the best and the worst, especially in this corner that we're coming up to now. If you thought Sunset Bend was hard in the dry, just you wait until you're doing hydroplaning 360 no scope headshots in it. You know, just
no scope headshots. I feel like I'm in DayZ. Right, because
what a game.
yeah, oh yeah, it's class. The concrete is a completely different racing surface, isn't it? This is not like a standard tarmac track. Concrete heats up very, very quickly. I think iRacing have done a fantastic job of simulating that as well. But it transitions into tarmac through some of the course, and they're on tarmac now. I don't know. Does the wet feel different, or are you too busy just trying to steer the car to notice?
Especially the section that we're talking about, you're going from a really wide part of the track to it sort of filtering down into struggling to get 2.5, 3 cars in there. So a lot of the time, you're not going to be too bothered about the tarmac too much. I've not noticed it in terms of how much rain it collects compared to the airfield part of the course. It's mainly the curbs that you kind of have to watch out for at Sebring. As you can see, those ones are relatively flat, but then you come up to some apexes where it's literally like climbing up bloody Mount Everest.
Cunningham.
You know?
This one he's coming up to now. If you clip the inside of that, you get lifted.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a great song, by the way. Who's that? Lighthouse Family? You could be lifted.
Yeah, it was
lifted.
actually. Yeah. Oh, and he's put on that fake cough, folks. And Tower, that corner there, on the inside, if you get on that one, it lifts you good and high and straightens up your car, which you don't want when you're trying to turn. All right, then, let's have a look at what else is going on. Everybody's starting to filter into their classes, apart from Chesney, who appears to have Nitro Boost. Jay, have you fitted Nitro Boost onto this Honda?
Not that I know of. It could be because of our sponsors on the roof and the rear of our car.
All right.
Goodwell Foods. Yeah, it could be them. I'm just coming up with excuses so that the stewards don't check us out after the race, but you just have to take my word for it.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the sponsors on the screen. That's a bit of a... Oh, that's miles away. Chase camera, nope.
Also
no.
noticed as well that a surprising Pro-Am is leading the Pro-Ams in the practice at the moment. I know it's just practice, but he's been around the podium positions for so long. Tamas is finding himself third overall at the moment, so that's beating Rene, that's beating Michael Hall.
Yep.
It's in fact, Michael Hall's quite low down there in 12th at the moment, so he's going to be hoping for a much better qualifying session there.
This happens a lot with Michael Hall. I don't believe he gets any time to do any practice, real life kicking in, as it does for a lot of us. But it doesn't seem to affect his finishing positions. He just goes, all right, then I'm racing, and he just carves his way through anyway, in masterful fashion. I mean, his iRating's dizzying, isn't it? It's 4,000.
Yeah, that's gone up by at least 1,500 over the last 2 seasons, I think. Like he's really consistent. He lets the racing do the talking when it matters, and well, yeah, it's why he's in the position in the championship that he's in now after breezing through Pro-Am.
Yep, he has breezed it. Jeff Saunders, nobody's snatched him up into a team. It's his 3rd season with us, I think. And he races in V8s as well. I'm surprised nobody's headhunted this boy. Still a privateer, still driving for himself.
Probably wants a cleanliness bonus, in which case, you know, no team would be able to afford him.
Yeah, too right. Here is the Pie Man, who's piling the pressure on in ways to Jamie Wilson in that Pro-Am field. So, folks, if the car has green number boards and banners, like Carl's car, and with white writing, it means they are in the Pro-Am class, the middle class of driver. Blue, as Pete Newman just displayed for just a second, and if I can get that thing out of the way. Oh, this is that annoying pit road where you can't get a decent camera, I think. Where's pit lane? Where's pit lane cameras? Oh, We're splitting out into the next session now anyway. But if they are blue, then they're a pro driver. And if they are orange, such is the case with Paul Hurley there, then they are in the M class. If they've got yellow writing instead of white, that means that they are a previous champion of this series. And there's not many of them in tonight, I'll tell you. Right, so here's everybody coming out for qualifying. Talk us through what you noticed about the wind, Jay, while everybody's making their way around on their, well, what we can call a sighting lap.
Well, it's like that famous Scorpion song. It's going to rock you like a hurricane out there at the moment. It's about 27 kilometers an hour, which for an iRacing session is bloody high. Like a lot of sessions, you get your 4 or 5 kilometers sometimes, which the professionals can feel straight away. If you're just a casual like us on here, Pete, you won't really notice it at all. The 25 is something that you're going to find a lot of people who've been practicing this track on the officials all week will suddenly sense something's a little bit different.
Right.
Also, with this wind, it might be worth letting people know on the broadcast the direction that the wind is currently blowing. It's blowing outward into turns out of turn 17. This means Sunset Bend, the most treacherous corner on the whole course, now has a 27 kilometer an hour wind blowing you outwards towards the walls. Expect that, especially in the race, in the first couple of laps, that's going to claim somebody.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah. It's not often you get high winds in iRacing at all, but this one's shown itself to be quite a windy session. So we'll look forward, maybe, to seeing some cars exit in stage left when they get into sunset. Still, some little puddles on the track. I'll let Weatherman Jay just go and double check that there's no more rain forecast for this session, while I describe what you're in for, folks. So this is an endurance race. They are on a 38% fuel, as opposed to the standard 30 that they would normally be on, which means they're going to be visiting pit road a couple of times. Unless anybody can eke out that fuel and do a fuel save. This is an endurance race, so it's 90 minutes. It is one race tonight, one race. And let's see who's got it in them to be patient, but still fast. Because that's the order of the day, as Rene goes on to his first running lap. Jay, any change in the weather?
So there was a few fears quite early in the session that it was sneaking up to double figures in terms of percentage of rain. How's it look for it now as Rene shows us his best Need for Speed Underground 2 drift?
Yeah.
I can tell you now that my radar is showing 0% chance of rain over the next 45 minutes. Humidity is still at 95, which will negatively affect lap times. But with people dodging puddles as well, those lap times are going to be a little bit slower anyway in the long run. So no chance of any more rain. Hopefully these puddles start to ease up a little bit. If they don't know, expect the traffic when people going 2-3 wide into corners. People are going to hit those puddles. People are going to hit those curbs. More care will hopefully be taken by this very large 29 car grid.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, folks, we've got to remember that there's only one person really that can afford to, take his foot off the gas for some of this, and that's Pete Newman, because he's got a nice handy lead at the top of Pro. It could disappear in minutes, and I think last week was probably a good wake-up call for him to remind him that he could lose that lead in a couple of rounds if it all didn't go very well, or one endurance round. So let's see how he handles the pressure of not knowing whether to be slightly more, reserved or not. Jay, who would you like to be your willing or unwilling or unknowing victim on your sighting lap, on your tour lap?
I think after I take another gulp of Lemsip, I think we'll actually stick to Pete because he's got a reasonable amount of clear road in front of him. So.
Okay, right, cool. You get guzzling that Lemsip. As Pete Newman flashes past Tony Walker, who's trying to get in somebody's toe for a decent lap. Now racing with BSTV, and into sunset we go with that wind pushing him.
Yep.
And it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Pete. So welcome to Sebring, home of the big bumps, brave drivers and broken suspensions. This track rewards precision and punishes overconfidence. So let's take a lap. We're going to be starting off down the runway, challenging into turn 1, braking at the little kink in the wall on the right and aiming for the cone stuck in fence. No, really, it's a cone stuck in the fence. Glide it in, hold your nerve and stay patient on the throttle. Understeer lives here. Straight up for turn 2 and turn 3, braking just before the pair of cones. Turn late, clip gently over the curbs if you're brave enough, and stay smooth. In a TCR, aggression here equals instant wheel spin. Line up for the right for turn 4 and entry to curb to set up turn 5. Short lift on light brake gets the car rotating. Once you've aimed for that right apex and lift the throttle carefully, you're on your way to the hairpin of turn 7. There you're going to be looking at braking between the 4 and 3 cones, keeping the wheel straight and get a clean launch out using all of that flat exit curb. Got to be very careful in the battles here, because if you're on the right hand side, you can see there, it will throw you into each other. Discipline is key. Through turns 8 and 9, just hug the apexes. It's a rhythm section coming up next that sets up your run into turn 10, which is Cunningham Corner. Brake out just before the 3 cones, tap the inside curb and power out clean. Then you'll need to go flat out through the next couple of corners and drift slightly right to set up turns 12 and 13. You need to get yourself to the left and brake at the 2 cones, controlling the bounce over the steep curb should you choose to take it, and then drift slightly onto the curb. With the rain there, you want to try and get out of there as soon as possible. Next, you're going to be looking at diamonding these next 2 corners. Take the apex, go out wide, then swing yourself back in for the start of Le Mans, which looks nothing like Le Mans, I know. Going your way through, you can take as much of these corners and then cut across this service road to swing yourself in. A little bit of understeer there from Pete, but it's okay, he manages to get it all sorted out. And then it's the Ullman Straight, your last breather before one of the most treacherous corners in motorsport, Sunset Bend. But now, moment of truth. Brake at the 2 cones, trail brake in as the car bounces like a trampoline. Aim for the wall just before the bridge as your apex. If you keep it tight when the grass appears, you can squeeze the throttle and let the car drift out towards the wall. But not too much, because cars and walls don't actually go together too well. But once you've done that, you can then put it back down the runway, and that's a lap of Sebring. Bumpy, beautiful and brutal. Get it right and it feels like flight, get it wrong and it feels like turbulence.
Very good, Jay. Very, very good. You're not going to get a better track intro than that, folks. So get it recorded and play it back multiple times. Last week's was an absolute blast.
I'd say that's an idea for a video for the channel, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff's saying, any chance you could update the paints? I did before the start of the broadcast, but I can try it again, just in case there's something not quite rendered right, but there you go. Right, let's go and have a look, see who's doing what. Daniel Lewis,
There's been an accident at the hairpin.
Oh, has there? Who's at the hairpin?
I think I saw either a Blade Designs car or
Blade Designs?
it was one of the safeguard cars. Someone got turned.
Right, okay. I've not got that showing at all on my event tracker. Like nothing. Pete Van Gool? Might have been Pete Van Gool. Might have been. No, because he's in result. Oh, well, I don't know. Right, we'll have to try and figure that out. But I've got no event on my event tracker whatsoever.
Could it be Dex going off track?
Could have been, yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. People in the tow. I was talking about Tony Walker before. He's got a very good lap on the board already, and he's got a tow at the minute from one of the Blade Designs cars. I don't know whether it's a welcome tow. It's almost like he's getting up too close to it. He's got a good run on him now, though. Windscreen wipers going. Is he going to pop out and overtake, or is his lap not as good as his previous? He's got 3 fast sectors in this one, so he could improve. He's down the inside of that Blade Designs, good grief, SRL car. Nice overtake there, tidy. That's how you do that. Well done. Let's see if he jumps up in the standings.
Speaking of those standings, can you see just how many different people have got fastest sectors at the
I
moment?
know, yeah.
Like nobody has more than one fastest sector. Like it's Michael's got fastest sector 5. Daniel Lewis has the fastest sector 3. Rene's got the fastest sector 7. Why is there so many sectors at Sebring? Sector 2 is Manuel, and then Chris Needham has the quickest sector 4.
Yeah. Oops, somebody going exiting stage left there. That was Daniel Lewis, I think. Yep. Doing the drift challenge. Michael Hall, though, his practice doesn't really get him up very far up the standings, but his qualifying's always pretty good. Manuel Saralegui, though, has just demolished everybody. Again, with one fastest of anybody's sector time. I think this one's going to be a bit even. I think there's different strengths on different parts of the track, and with the rain, you know, the moisture there, I think that's exacerbating that difference. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see that.
Yeah. Jeff Saunders doing his usual, not qualifying. This is what he does every week, folks, so don't worry. He likes the challenge of starting at the back. Chesney again with a fast lap. Good grief, look how much above the rest of his class he is at the moment. Maybe it is your sponsor. What the hell's in the food that they give? Right, okay. Jamie Wilson still trying to sort that Audi out. The Audi, you would assume, with so many long straight... Ooh, that safeguard car just went all over the curbs there. Yeah, you would assume that this Audi is going to be super fast tonight with so many big straights, Jay.
I feel it definitely will be during the race,
Yeah.
especially if it's looking at getting slipstream in. There's a few high curbs which could unsettle it a little bit. I think for the most part, an Audi is it's a lot better here than it is at a lot of other tracks. Expect people, unless you're getting a fantastic exit through Le Mans, there's going to be a lot of frustrated people not being able to get past Jamie tonight.
Yeah, yep, I would think so. Jura Larkinen, at the minute, isn't going to be one of them because he's just been ousted by Tony Walker. But he's got a very good lap under his belt there. People joining the pits. Pit lane entry, Jay, is going to be a feature in this race. A couple of times for everybody, in theory. It's not an easy entrance to it, is it? If you're in a pack coming out of sunset, you've got to get yourself to the right-hand side. You've got to be communicating with people around you because you're going to be off the gas earlier than them, going through the apex of sunset. I've seen some big crashes going into pit lane entry here. In fact, I've been in one of them.
Same.
Oh, right, okay. Any advice for the racers on how to do a clean pit lane entry?
I think one of the things is something that you've already mentioned during that little talk about it, and that's the communication part of it. I've actually told the drivers of the JT Academy to make sure they've got that pit in binded and to get onto the radio to let people know, because it's very similar to like Road Atlanta, Red Bull Ring, where you're still going to be on the racing line on the entry to the pits, but also at the same time, just like tracks like VIR, it can be a really horribly strict pit entry when it comes to dangerous pit lane entries if you cut that line. So expect a couple of people to maybe perhaps miss the memo on that one, but hopefully not, because that just breeds accidents, and that's something that a lot of these people, especially during the endurance races, will not be wanted.
Yeah, too right. Jaden Scotton starting to move up now. He was about to get a stern chat from his team boss, but he's now started to make his way north. Quite a few people for him to pass, probably to be where he wants to be. What else? Although he is faster than Renee at the moment, which is, by anybody's measure, a brilliant place to be. Renee being mega quick on nearly every track he's ever been to. Right, okay. Tony Walker? What on earth? Where's that from, Jay?
Wow.
What is that?
And look at how more like the distance between him and Euro right now.
Well, nothing on my screen anyway.
0.001
Oh, yeah.
seconds.
That's ridiculous. But 2 pro-ams on the top of this.
Manuel and Pete have just spat their drinks out if they were
Yeah.
drinking anything at all. I was going to make a point that maybe slipstream could be key here for the qualifying, and I don't have to because those two may have just proven it. And in fact, I've just seen Carl's right behind Tony as well, so Carl probably might be looking for a quick lap at some point too. That's
yeah.
nuts, though.
Manuel is now. He's parked it actually. Oh right, because we're at the end of the session. So that is it. Look at that though. That's really stirred it up. Having 2 pro-ams in the top 5. Wow. Very good.
I think a lot of people haven't clicked onto the fact that because this is an endurance round, they can carry on with their qualifying lap if they
you
wanted
can finish
to.
your lap here.
I've already watched 5 people jump off the track
Right.
who are halfway through, so expect to see many people trying to get that last push. I'm having a look at the board now, and there's...
Carl's doing all right
Daniel.
on this one. Carl's doing okay. Daniel has got a fastest sector 6 of anybody. Tony Walker's setting new... Oh, he's just drifted through Le Mans. So I don't think that's going to improve his time. Carl Hardy, though, I think is... Yeah, he's still on it. And in fact, he has just decided to abandon that one. Let's see what Carl can do, because it's not setting the world alight what he's doing, but it's his personal best in most sectors.
Yeah, just seeing Manuel's spoiled the Pro-Am party at the top as well.
Yeah. He's like, nope, that's mine. There's a lot of change further back in the rankings, where Paul Hurley's just like jumped a whole bunch of people, and Carl Hardy's just gone 4th. Oh my word! Good effort. And who said pies were bad for your health? Yeah, Sir Alan's calling T out on that one. That's good performance. That like Daniel Lewis not managing to improve, but just turning the laps until probably the session
Darryl and Fraser to put their times through as well. Just both going across the line, and no improvements for either of them two.
Fraser just jumped.
Fraser actually.
Yeah, just a little one position.
Chris has set some green sectors here.
Oh, he's bailed.
So, oh, never mind then.
Doing a little bit of a pit lane practice, which is probably sensible, to be honest. You can't necessarily win an endurance race in the first corner, but you can win it in the pit stop. So track position might not be the king that it sometimes is. You can make your way forward during the race for that. Chris Dixon still on one here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 fastest, personal fastest sectors at the moment. Might get this lap finished. Well, he should get this lap finished.
I thought he was behind Manuel, so I'm surprised he's still got a lap going, to be honest. But hey, if he has, then
yeah,
could be a chance to get into the top 20.
Oh, that puddle just caught his back wheel. Bit of curb there. Late shift maybe. Through the wet stuff. Trying to get onto the dry.
Lap's not really setting his world alight at the moment, but this could be just another pit entry practice, which I'm guessing it is. Yeah, he's gone really tight there, so...
Oh, I was just jumping on board with him as the session ticked over. Right then, folks. 90 minutes. Is it 90 or is it 80?
You said it. It's your league.
I don't even remember, if I'm being honest. A number of minutes.
1 hour 15.
Let's make it up. Let's just randomise it, you know. Right, everybody's joining the grid anyway, so I'm just going to extend the grid in. And then I'll figure out how long we're racing for, because I can't even remember. I think it's 80 minutes. 80 minutes. Yep, right. Grid. There we go. So, Manuel Saralegui will lead us away here for CLN Racing on this endurance race at Sebring. Tony Walker will go off on the front row next to him. What a great qualifying that is. As it was for Jura Larkinen as well, who's going away on 3rd. 4th will be Carl Hardy, another spectacular qualifying. Pete Newman in 5th, and Rene Earhart will be 6th. 7th will be Daniel Lewis. 8th will be Michael Hall. 9th will be Chris Needham. 10th we'll see Jaden Scotton. RDJ, Ronald de Jong, will go off 11th. 12th will be Demis Titular. 13th will be Thomas Asbuth. 14th will be Chesney Vandenbroek, or CVBD, because we're doing like acronyms all over the place. It's the new trendy thing. Fraser Garrity will go off 15th. 16th will be Stefan Goebel. Jamie Wilson in 17th. 18th will be PVG, Pete Van Gool. Paul Hurley off 19th. 20th will be Roger Morton. 21st will be David Flashy Ayres. 22nd will be Chris Dixon. Deck Crowther will go off 23rd. 24th will be Andy Littler. 25th will be Oliver Payne. 26th will be Cedric Somerains. Darrell Wright will go off 27th. Derek Wilkins will go off 28th. And Jeff Saunders will assume his usual place at the back of the grid in 29th. Right. We're going to get a camera on somebody towards the front. That's the worst camera ever, Pete. That's rubbish. Okay, there are no good cameras. None. Blimp. Blimp might be good though here, right?
Yeah, I think Blimp for the first couple of corners. Maybe pointed towards Pete or Rene. So then we sort of get a good sort of like, yeah.
Good swathe of cars. Here we go, folks. Revs are up. The lights are coming on when they go out. We're racing for 80 minutes. We're gone. Didn't make him wait at all. T didn't go, but people around him did.
And that 3 wide into the first corner.
3.5 wide. Have they sorted themselves out yet? T knew there was people on his inside. He's gone wide. Let's have a look a bit further back here. David Ayres mega wide, but safe though. Can't argue with it. Oh, is that Deck Crowther? Why is Deck Crowther dropping? Just offline and getting lifted out of corners. Oh no! Stefan!
It looked like Fraser as well may have been involved in that one.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that in a second.
Might be the case of just someone hopping over a curb and it causing a little bit of understeer.
Yep. Jaden wasting no time getting alongside RDJ, Ronald de Jong. He's on the wrong side for the next corner though. Yep, not managed it this time. RDJ was a bit of a difficult car to pass previous races, wasn't he? Jamie Wilson's up 5 places. Deck Crowther is up 6. And Jamie's about to get himself another one, is he? Or is he just fighting off Demis? Fighting off Demis. So, that Audi, a good starter, Jay.
Yeah, he's obviously we know that the Audis are pretty good at starts anyway, but you know, through a traffic, you've sometimes got to pick your lane and just hope that it works out fine for you. And for Jamie, yet again, just like in Red Bull Ring, it's worked out magically for him.
Yeah.
But it's not worked out any better for anyone apart from Manuel at the moment, who has himself a nice, healthy 1.5 second gap already.
Ooh,
2 pro-ams behind him, and it should be plain sailing for Manuel for now. But anything can happen in this race.
Yeah, very much so. Let's have just a quick look at what happened with Stefan and we think Fraser. Maybe it was Jamie. No. Okay. Oh, yeah, he got tagged. That was not Stefan's making, that was it.
No, just unfortunately, he had someone on his right-hand side, gave him room, and unfortunately, as Fraser was taking that left-hand side, the gap was just closed up on him.
Yep.
It looks like everyone's made it through sunset. Absolutely sparkling.
Very good. Let's see if they can continue to do that. Paul Hurley with a good dive down the inside there. That was very good.
It's just where the course goes from a Grand Prix style wide to club circuit narrow.
Yeah, it does as well. It's very tight around here. In fact, in a lot of series, there is one line. There's no overtaking. One line. At least in these cars, you've got a chance of getting alongside at least. Like LMPs and P1s and stuff like that, there's no chance. You just got to follow the car. You can't do much at all. Jamie Wilson still the car to watch. Very sad that we've got Stefan in the pits because the tow for a lap round here is enormous, isn't it?
Oh, Fraser picking up a lot of
Yeah.
spray there. 2 tyres in the puddle, and that's helped out Paul Hurley massively on the outside. But Fraser does have the inside. Is he going to keep it away from the curb? He's going to have to touch it slightly. And unfortunately, it means Paul gets slightly mugged here by Roger Morton.
Oh, yeah, he's been done.
A little bit of a shake there, catching the curb in the wrong place. Paul once again finds himself on the worst part here. The Audi of Cedric going on the inside, but it looks like Paul's actually managed to fend off the Audi with that one. So nicely done to Paul.
Look at Chris Dixon coming at Cedric now as well. He's right into his boot lid. That puddle on the inside there, giving people room, reason to move to the right. You can take quite a bit of curb going through Le Mans, can't you? It's a series of turns where the curbs, they're quite high in certain cars. Maybe that Audi doesn't like them too much, but Thomas.
Yeah, Le Mans. Oh, there's a bit of a squeeze here on Jamie. And Jamie goes straight away through. Wow. Can Thomas do the up and under? He's going to attempt it.
He's bouncing to the outside.
Pace.
And Jamie's giving him.
Racing forces.
Oh, who was that?
Slightly.
That was Ronald, wasn't it? Was it RDJ? I think it was.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a fair bit of damage there.
Oh, he has.
Oh,
he's all over the place.
He's got Meatball.
Worst.
2 with Meatballs. Chesney has
two.
Meatball as well.
That's the worst place on earth to get yourself a meatball. Just after. Oh, crikey. Just after you've passed pit lane exit. Entrance, sorry. So there's not a lot you can do about it for an entire lap. Who was the other one?
Chesney as well. It looks like it was the exact same place, just behind.
No, he's just right behind him, yeah. Right.
And you can see on Chesney's Honda as well, he's really struggling with that one. It's going to be interesting to see how the cars try and navigate through these. If you're Derek Crowther and everyone behind you, you're going to be cursing for
bonkers
this.
Steering wheel, look at that. Oh, that is like trying to fight an octopus, to quote Jamie Wilson's usual descriptor.
That's brilliant. How have I never heard that before?
Have you not? Oh, he's used that a few times, yeah. In situations just like this. Let's have a look at... where's he gone? Where has he gone? RDJ.
Who are we looking for?
RDJ. Let's see what his is
yeah,
like.
16th at the moment. He's keeping discipline.
Ooh, car on his inside.
Yeah. Being on the inside there, you're hitting those puddles and you're just slowing yourself down, but then you're hitting puddles here, and this could get really wrong for RDJ, but he's just got to crab it across there.
Yeah, and he's got the same steering wheel as Chesney.
See what Sunset's going to be really interesting for them both.
Yeah. Oh!
There's going to be some off tracks as well.
Yeah. All the
Chesney's doing the safe thing as well and just keeping as wide as possible, but it's causing a bit of a concertina at the moment as Cedric now gets right behind. He sees a gap. That's not a good place to do a gap.
Ave Maria.
Oh my goodness.
Our Father.
Oh, and I tell you what.
Oh no!
DJ goes into the wall.
Well, that's like a full IKEA meal now. There's meatballs everywhere.
Don't know if
he's not going to make
engine's
it.
gone.
Oh, you're joking. Right.
Might be worth getting your camera onto Chesney at the moment as well.
Chesney. Where's Chesney? There.
And look at that. Okay, so Chesney luckily gets his quick repair in. Probably get a little bit of fuel in as well while he's waiting.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. That puts him down to 27th place.
Having a jump to this. This is for 3rd place. No, it's not. It's for 4th. Because I forget that Manuel Saralegi is in a completely different postcode right now, folks. He is gone. he's like right the way over here somewhere. There he goes. And then everybody else. And there's Jamie Wilson, who's now past Deck Crowther, and now setting off after Chris Needham. And this is a bit of a crowded area of the track, Jay. Everybody seems to be right here. Stefan's going again, yes. He must have had the tow from hell. It must have been forever.
Just seen that Eura's actually lost a couple of positions this last lap, dropped down from 3rd. all the way down to where he is
yeah.
now. So I do wonder what's happened to him on the third. Maybe sometimes it's a case of if you pass somebody, the door's open for everybody else to take a slice as well.
Yeah, you just get freight trained, don't you? There's a whole bunch of people just pile through, and can't get back on your line. You're just hung out to dry. So Michael Hall back here at the minute. He's up a place from his qualifying position. Pete Newman up 3 places. Let's go through the runners and riders. Thomas Asboth up 4 places. Jamie Wilson now up 4 places as well. He got shuffled back a bit, and he's got trouble with him, which is a very, very, very fast Deck Crowther, who is up a whopping 9 places. So he's absolutely on it right now, this Deck Crowther. See what he can see from the nose of his car, avoiding getting behind Jamie too much with all that spray coming up. The Veloster that we're on board with, a little more agile usually than the Audi. The Audi's just got uber power, and the ability to turn it through these corners is a black art that I could probably not do.
Sort of thing you'll need a cruise ship liner license for.
Yeah. And this lot, it's like entertainment station, isn't it? Meanwhile, Manuel Saralegui is just piling up the lead laps. He's already got his 3, obviously, because we're on lap 5. 3 is the maximum lead laps you can have. He's got his pole point as well, or points. I think you get 3 for a pole position in an endurance round. And it's just driving the country, really, for him, isn't it, Jay? It's all nice and cash.
Yeah, he's done what he's had to do from the beginning, just get in front of the Pro-Am cars. The Pro-Am cars have kept the likes of Pete Newman, Michael and Rene at bay for a couple of laps, so really it's plain sailing for Manuel. It just depends on how good his pit entry and exits are from now on.
Yep. And when he starts lapping cars, how patient he can be, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a bit harder just to let some cars go by because of the puddles on the track. You want to pick your times perfectly as well. There's nothing worse than going into sunset and then accidentally hitting a puddle on the apex, because then you really are a goner.
Yeah, absolutely right. Is it a 1 hour 15 race? It is, isn't it? How have I managed that?
That's what it says on mine.
Yeah. Sure, I was supposed to be 80 minutes. Let's have a look at what the rules say. See how badly Pete screwed this up.
Oh, Tamas with a move on Euro on the
That's
inside.
nice. Oh, nearly
It
nice.
looks like Euro on the outside line's going to get it. Meanwhile, straight in front of them,
Yeah.
got a fight between Michael Hall
This is
and
the
Daniel
fight.
Lewis. Michael Hall keeps in front. Oliver Payne in the pit lane with a black flag, meatball flag as well.
It does say usually 80 minutes, so I'm going to go with that. But I think it was supposed to be 80 minutes. So 75 minutes of racing. Sorry.
Yeah, Oliver Payne in the pit lane through with a meatball. So I don't know if you've got that come up on your events.
Yep, just. Oh yeah, it was at Le Mans, so it wasn't that far. He's going to over-rotate through here, isn't he? Around about here, I would think. He's going to go into the inside wall. No. What? Well, that's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Interesting.
Can't get meatball from going onto some grass.
No, there used to be a glitch with some of the curbs in Le Mans. If you
Yeah.
rode them too hard, it would cause
Like a
wheel
landmine.
damage. But
Yeah.
oh, unless it's here, it could be here.
On the outside of the corner. Oh yeah, there you
Oh,
go. No. What? That was a lap before. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that.
Yeah, maybe it was that then.
Right,
There's
okay.
a smash into the wall just there.
Yep, that was the... So he's going to go on a whole lap with a meatball. Crikey. Is it RDJ still in the pits? Still in the pits. Right, what's going on back here? So Fraser with David Ayres, and behind him he's got both Result Clothing cars, or two of them, two of the three. PVG and Roger Morton.
And Fraser getting ahead of David here going to be the priority, and if he can keep that until the end of the race, then any points that is lost to everybody else, this will be a very suitable buffer between them. Just look at that brilliant control from both. David's going to have more speed here, so Fraser's already picked his inside line to defend. David's going to be by the side, and it's just up for Fraser and David to get through this corner safely, and Fraser should. Oh, Fraser overdoes it a bit. David goes and takes the inside, up and under, and wow.
That's good, like that.
Fraser taking a couple of those puddles up wide, and David's going to have the inside corner here in the Audi, and David gets the position back. Fantastic racing.
Yeah, nice.
That's brilliant.
It is.
It's got to be my move of the race so far.
Yeah, that was lovely. Well orchestrated. Very calm, cool and collected. Even though he can't keep his finger off the button. Right, further forward at the minute is this bunch here. And this is for 5th place, as it obviously tells you in the bottom corner. Or more like 6th, is it? No, 5th place. 5 cars coming through here. Heading towards Tower now. You just got to watch when you take Tower turn that you don't grab too much of that curb like Jaden did. Just a little bit too much. You really got to line your wheel up with that, with the tarmac bit, and avoid as much of that curve as possible, don't you, Jay? Because that's the highest one on the track, isn't it?
Yeah, not just that. It's just a very easy corner to overdrive out of and collect an off track on the outside. Similar to this one here, Le Mans. It's very easy to put your foot on the throttle down really soon, as Daniel nearly did there, to be honest. But yeah, there's plenty. You forget that this track is a very flat track, so it is extremely easy sometimes to get that understeer taking you out.
We got Michael Hall, Daniel Lewis and Jaden all in Velosters, and then you got Jura behind in an Elantra, and then Tamas is in another Veloster. Renee Earhart is
Great
starting
line from Jaden, by the way.
That was excellent, actually. Yeah, very nice. You can see that lovely Blade Designs paint there. Very distinctive. Can't get that mixed up with anything. Renee is catching this group though, which should be a worry for all of them. And I wonder how much fuel saving is going on in these various different groups. Obviously Manuel can't fuel save, not a chance. Pete Newman is unlikely to be able to, because he's got nearly 5 seconds of open road in front of him. But Carl Hardy is staying exactly 1 second behind. They're not teammates, it's just that Carl Hardy's got the Result X Pure Sims paint on instead of the Result Clothing paint. Tony Walker, no fuel saving can be done there unless he's coasting into corners. Same for Michael Hall, who's leading this train. But any of those in the train could be fuel saving, right?
I feel if there's any fuel saving, it's they don't have any control over if there's got any fuel saving, just because of how tight that pack is at the moment. Yeah. They would all rather be chasing the likes of Carl and Tony and fighting for those positions there. So, and unless you're right at the back of that queue, which Rene and Tamas will be, they'll probably be the most likely of the group to be fuel saving at this point, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Super Safe is up 6 positions from his start position, and I don't see any incidents against him, so normal service resumed there for Mr. Saunders. As we all come down Ullman, which is the alternative pits in the real world. I don't think iRacing uses that pit at all, do they, Jay, on any of it? It's all the normal pit lane. Unless
there's a different layout for it, I think you're right. They do in other games. I've
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
used them in other games and it's confused the hell out of me. So I've
Yeah.
never done it before. But yeah, it's. I think there might be a layout here that does, but I couldn't tell you which one.
No. My personal issues with pit lanes are very much Virginia International Raceway focused when I famously pitted live on air into the wrong pit lane.
Was that the back straight one or?
No, it was the infield one on the... You know, there's a super circuit which has got like a whole infield piece on it.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. You pass 3 pit lanes now, it's just completely disorientated and bailed into the wrong pits, which my colleagues at the time thought was hilariously funny, in true BSTV fashion.
I would say it happens to all of us, but I don't think it does, Pete.
No,
Sorry.
I don't think it does either. It's like Suzuka, that has a pit lane on the back straight, doesn't it? Wobbly famously went through that pit lane at Mach 4 once. I think he got a penalty for it. But
Really?
That was in a race, yeah. Because it makes you do pit lane speed, even though it's not used, you know.
As it should.
Yeah, as it should, yeah. Right, where
Don't
are
know
we
if
at?
there could be families walking around there, you know.
Well,
and
you know, yeah.
I mean, their fault, but I mean, live racetrack. Let's go across the abandoned pits. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Michael Hall right on the rear of Tony Walker now. He gets a fantastic run out of here. Catches a couple of puddles there, and that just allows Tony to get that gap of 0.3 back out again. But it's the exit to Sunset which could be the difference maker here.
Yeah, that Honda looked like it gained a lot of ground leaving that corner. And the velocity should
two
be...
different lines here.
Ooh.
Tony's going to have the quicker outside line here, but Michael Hall's going to be able to straighten the wheel out sooner. And you know what? I think Michael could potentially put out a move here.
Bit of distance. What's Daniel doing? I don't hear much fuel saving going on, do you? Everybody seems
It might
to
be the
on it.
case. Yeah, it might be the case of they're too afraid to, because if you start fuel saving and the person behind you's not, you're just going to lose another place.
True. And with Pete getting 5 minutes short on the overall time of the race, I wonder how that affects people's need to fuel save. Probably not very much.
Just having a quick look at the laps, and Manuel is actually lapping a bit quicker than Pete at the moment. To the point it's gone from 5 seconds to 6.2, the gap between the leader and second place at the moment.
Yeah.
But Cal Hardy in third place is sticking to Pete like glue.
Oh, look at this now, Jaden. Down the inside here. Has he got this done or not? Because Cunningham is the next corner and it'll be in Jaden's favour, but the following corner won't be.
Oh, it might be though, because we've seen so many people take that inside line,
Oh,
get
he's
a
done it.
puddle, and it's messed them up. But there we go. Jaden
Yeah.
up another place. Now has a nice 1 second gap between him and Michael. It looks like Daniel... I thought Daniel was going to go for a return try there,
Yeah.
but he doesn't this time. And good pass from Jaden.
Yeah, and Ura is getting racy with, or rather, Tanas has got a position out of Ura. That was happening just as we were talking, actually. They had a bit of a to and a fro. Let's have a look at that exchange, because it's going to happen again in a second, I think. Oh yeah, it was behind us when we were watching the other battle. And we were sailing right round the outside here. That's nice, isn't it?
It's a real confidence move, that one.
Yep. And then a bit of an exchange. And then normal running. Side by side into Sunset, you just don't want to be doing it really, do you? Given a choice. Jamie hung out to dry a little bit on the entry to that, but you should get a lot of momentum, as you've been saying, on the outside there.
Yep, James actually in front of Deck just there. Look at that much momentum where he's nearly got a whole car length on him.
Yeah, by the time they get to the turning point. Jamie later on the brakes as well, but look at
and
the...
Deck's going to get the nice run here.
Yeah, that's lovely. Not enough to... Oh, yeah, maybe enough to get alongside. No, not quite. Too shallow into that next corner. Right, and now it's all boiling again further back in the field. So that's PVG heading... Oh, Roger Morton, sorry, heading this group of 4. But the battle's here with Cedric and Paul Hurley.
Yeah,
Cedric's
both
just
will
got
want to
through.
try and get as many points as possible in this championship round. But tell you what, the likes of David Ayres and Fraser Garrity are definitely motoring on ahead of them.
Yeah. Open track at the minute for Fraser Garrity. This group not able to separate one another. So your race leader, Manuel Saralegui, is cruising now. He's lost a little bit of time to the car behind, but I think that's just through not needing to push it, Jay. I think he's quite comfortable doing what he's doing right now and managing his fuel, managing his times.
Yeah, pretty much. It's plain sailing at the moment. We'll see how his pit entries and exits are, and how he deals with lap traffic. But to be honest, this is looking very good for him at the moment. Oh, a little bit of a shake there on the entrance to Sunset there. That was nearly like one of the worst because the commentators. He's actually gone into the pits now.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Why not? Empty pits.
Nice entrance in. Be interesting to see if anybody else decides to jump in as well. Be also interesting to see where Manuel comes out. If he comes out in a group of cars, then that's going to be a real sort of sign for the likes of Pete and Carl.
I'm going to play this replay because something bad has happened. And I'm not sure how it's happened. Oh, that's a big wriggle. Oh!
Well held, man. I've seen it gone so much worse.
He's reset the car.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. Don't know. Answers on a postcard, please, folks, as Jamie Wilson's now in the pits for a scheduled stop. PVG's had technical issues recently, hasn't he? I wonder if it's something to do with that. I'm going to leave you with this because I really need to go and visit the big boys' room. Won't be a sec.
No problem. Find ourselves in the battle for third place at the moment. Michael Hall occupying that third place position. We've got Jaden Scotland and Tony Walker fighting it out side by side. This is for second place in Pro-Ams. Put ourselves through. Lovely sounds of VTEC there going through that corner. And Jaden, very easy with that overtake. Tony's decides to let him have it and live to fight another day. And that puts Jaden up to 5th place. Just having a quick look where Manuel has come out. It's come out into 18th place. And looks like he's found himself in a little bit of traffic on the way there. So if anybody else starts pitting the next lap, 2 laps, you can expect to see him around that sort of group of cars as well. A few more getting into pits, exiting the pit. Ronald de Jong still in the pits. They're probably just trying to find a set of tyres for him or something. I mean, well, thank you to everyone who is in the broadcast chat at the moment. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the broadcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the Discord that's in the video description below. I'd love to see more people into these races. Currently got 29 on track. One of those in the coming weeks or next season could be you as well. Could be seeing a couple more going into the pits here. Tony going very tight into that corner, but nobody in that group going in. Chris Needham in the background there is deciding to jump in. So Chris Needham seeing the big group of cars and thinking, I'm just going to try the undercut.
Yeah. Wrong car, Pete. It was Euro that was getting racy at the beginning of the start of the start finish straight. And Chris Needham to the pits, like you said. PVG has retired the car. Just gonna eat some popcorn. Ignore me.
Once you pop, you can't stop. No, wait, that's Pringles. Never mind.
So, Manuel Saralegui out in free air.
Yeah, I thought it was out in with a couple of cars in front, but I'm guessing those cars have decided to pit. So this could be a blessing in disguise for Manuel.
Yep.
This also means if anybody wants to pit behind them, they're going to find themselves in between Chris and Darryl.
That's a good point.
Of the Pete Newman and Carl Hardy variety.
Yep.
But chances are they'll be looking at trying to pit at the same time as well, so...
So a bit of formation flying here, because Carl Hardy is actually a result racing car, but he's in the Purex livery, so it looks like there's 3 Purex cars at the front of this field at the moment. But
well, I mean, they were last season.
They were last
Sometimes
season.
It's just hard to let go, isn't it?
yeah.
Through Le Mans Euro with a really good line on Tamas here, but Tamas is going to have a little bit of slipstream from the car in front. And you see Euro struggling to keep up with him just because of that little bit of slipstream there. Be interested to see how many of these decide to jump in the pits, especially from this group in particular. And it looks like there's 3-4 different lines being taken. A lot of braking.
Whoa!
Oh, Euro nearly clipping the outside. That was so close. That's 4 of them. 5 of them going into the pits. Euro's lasted another lap, and this could get extreme. This is like Formula 1 type pit stops now. Whose crews are on the ball?
This one's going to be close.
There's Jaden, Tony, Daniel, Tamas, Rene. Are they going to come out in that order? They've all pit at pretty much exactly the same time here. This could make the exit to this pit extremely congested. And I tell you what, this could cause a lot of problems. I think Euro, who's stayed out one more lap, is going to massively benefit from this.
Whoa!
Chris going very hot into that corner, keeping the car under control and getting his way through. And that's Chris up in position, overtaking Derek. As Jaden with a good spot just here.
Yeah, Jaden's come out ahead of everybody there.
I mean, we're only 30 minutes into the race, so there could be another pit stop going. Maybe Jaden's thought, if I earn the fuel slightly, I can get out quicker, and then lot can continue fighting whilst I have clean air.
Yep.
And look how much that's working at the moment. It just depends how quick Jeff feels behind him.
So.
And if Jeff can hold up Tony, Tamas for Jaden, even just for a couple of corners, could be up to a second.
So we've got Manuel, who's out here on his own. I think he doesn't realise there's other people racing. Oh, he does. You can see Roger Morton. And then Jaden Scotton is currently 7 seconds behind him. Jaden's like one out there, something ridiculous, hasn't he?
That's actually a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah,
so
mega close. What's the pit lane times? So
he's got the same. Yeah. It's only a second different to him and Tony.
Yep.
To be honest. And he was a 2-second quicker pit stop than Manuel. So I wonder if Manuel went for a full fuel, and you can kind of see from everybody else in front that, or everyone else behind even, look at the pit box times. And tell you what, Tamas has gone a bit shorter as well. It looks like Daniel's gone for a full load.
Yeah.
And same with Rene as well.
So all starting to change as we've got a very busy pit lane. Carl, Michael, Jura and Demis all in the pits at the moment.
Should be seeing Manuel coming around that corner in about 5 seconds time in the background.
Yeah. Well, that's a good camera peek. Wow. There he goes, Manuel.
Yep, Roger Morton jumping into the pits there as well.
Right, where is the likes of Pete Newman when all this is going on?
Pete doing one more lap, and just having a quick look at the laps, and Manuel was 2 tenths quicker last lap.
It was a bit misty and cloudy up where we were with the blimp, so we won't be doing that camera again.
Just had a quick check of the rain, and there's no rain planned, hopefully, for the rest of the race.
Okay. Ooh! That's Jaden and Michael Hall, door to door. Jaden winning out just about, maybe.
Well, but it looks like it could be close here. It could be a switch from Michael at the last moment here, as Jaden decided to keep that inside defended. He does. Michael's gone to break earlier so he can get a stronger line out of here. It's a strong line, but looking at that beautiful Lunar livery / grazing good JC
Yeah.
Academy car.
You plug him, Jago.
And bear in mind, this is a Pro-Am car fighting very confidently with a Pro car at the moment.
Absolutely.
Tony Walker behind. Right, does Tony fancy a chance as well? Do you see you're getting a pass done on Jeff?
Yep. The cameras on this track are weird, so it's either miles away, or right up your nostril.
As things stand in the AMS, it's Chris Dixon who... Oh no, it might not be Chris Dixon anymore. I've just seen last lap it was Chris Dixon who was leading the AMS. It looks like it's now...
Chesney.
How has Chesney managed that? I was
He
saying
pitted
that Chesney,
really early, didn't he?
Yeah, pitted lap 3, so
Yeah,
he is going to have a whole pit stop of time between him and Fraser, who is right behind him.
very true.
So expect Chesney in either this lap or next. We've currently got 40 minutes left of the race.
Where's Carl Hardy? There's Carl Hardy. So after the pit stops, we're back kind of where we were before them. Only Jaden is the big winner up to this point, I think.
Yeah, Jaden and Tony's short pit stops there have definitely given them a little bit of space between them and everybody else behind. Where did Ura end up after his pit stop? Ura...
12. Hang on, yeah, he's not done that well with it, has he?
No, I wonder
Sorry,
if
I got
there was
mouthful of
an
popcorn.
issue or... No, that's fine. You eat your popcorn. You enjoy it. If it wasn't so dry, I'd be eating it as well.
Yeah.
I've just seen Paul Hurley's got a meatball flag.
Yeah, we just spotted the same. Oh, hang on, here it is. It's recent, very recent. Oh, not a tyre on the grass. No, no, no. It's the same over rotation that we saw before from PVG, but worse.
So unlucky.
Yeah,
It's a whole. It's one of those corners where as soon as your car starts to go, you're just a passenger.
yeah, and he's reset
And that's
the
in
car.
any class.
Yeah, he mustn't have had any drive left.
And that could have major implications. Well, it will have major implications for that championship because Paul was leading up to this point.
It was, yeah. Wow.
Oh, I tell you what, Daniel getting right close to the back of Tamas there.
Racing and popcorn, folks. Nothing better.
What flavour popcorn?
Sweet and salted mixed.
Yeah, you know what? That's solid.
Yeah.
Can't beat the caramel though, but I'd happily have that as a close second.
Fastest lap of the race at the minute is, unsurprisingly, Manuel Saralegui. His lead
It's,
is dropping, which is...
Oh, is it?
yeah, he's down to under 5 seconds, but only just on... Oh, I'm on the replay. He's only just under 5 seconds, but it was up to 6 not that long ago after the pit stops. So I don't know whether he's just cruising as Daniel Lewis gets a slowdown wherever he is on track.
Wonder how he's managed that then on that first. I mean, he must have completely cut a corner.
But he's not gone off track on my event tracker. It's not like he left the track. Weird.
Yeah, he'd have to try and take this corner early, really wide maybe, or just get himself over to the left-hand side once this corner's done. Because usually a lot of people on the exit have turned that hairpin there. They cut that left-hand side curb, and
Yeah.
sometimes that could really give you a really slow slowdown as well.
Yeah, he's mega wide coming out of Cunningham. And he's going to have to let Chris Needham through. He has done. Now, I focused on Renee because Renee is starting to get racy with Tamas ahead. But we know that Tamas is mega quick, don't we? So I don't think this is going to be something that can be done in a couple of corners.
You know, Tamas is slowly raising his own rating. He's now up to over 4K. Just shows how strong some of these drivers are in promos. Could mean that we'll have to do a bit of a reshuffle for next season.
Yeah.
But it's Rene's not going to have a lot of fun here. As wide as Sebring is, you have to really nail some of those exits, or you're not going to get a chance of getting some of these overtakes done at all. Luckily, though, for Rene, Tamas doesn't have any slipstream in front of him, so corners like Ullman and the front stretch are really going to be godsends for him.
Here we go down Ullman now, heading towards sunset. You can hear the tyres giving up.
And that's a great exit from Rene there.
But that Veloster seems quick out of the corner though. It gave nothing away really, did it?
Tamas is definitely knows how to drive that thing. Unfortunately for Rene.
Yeah.
A much better corner there from Rene though, and could get a little bit of a run here. Is it going to be enough for a cheeky dive? Nope.
Nice.
Not quite. Rene will have
sensible.
to play a bit more sensible, let off the throttle a bit sooner, and just wait for a next chance to strike. Maybe they could use Paul in front as maybe some sort of decoy, or see if Tamas is going to take a different line to pass him. Oh, they're getting
messy,
a bit
doesn't it?
closer, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're nice and clean there, and they just drift off and back together in single file. And
Oh, no.
I think James can have a really good run here. Just seen Wilkins has just got a
Yeah.
beat ball flag as well.
That's what I've just spotted as well. We'll have a look at that in a second once this has sorted itself out. Evening to Alex on the chat. Alex Sevillano later. Good to see you in the world and watching BSTV. And yes, you and Demis always inseparable in every race, apparently. Right then, that one's not resolving itself. Oh, yeah, it might be actually.
Oh,
sorry.
that line just there from Daniel was fantastic. Crisp.
Absolutely epic. Yeah.
Chris has the tiniest sliver of slipstream here. He's going to make the move and see if they can take it too wide through here. Oh, the slight little turn there from Daniel. Can he avoid the wall? It's getting close.
I think he's going to lose 2 positions. Yeah, he has.
And a slip up from Daniel Lewis just there, and
He's back
wow.
on it though. Oh, and Renee ahead. Just spotted that. Renee's got that done now on Tamas.
Really, even though people are taking their time because it is an endurance race, you still, if you give people an opportunity, they will take it. And you know what? I think Jamie Wilson potentially could have a run here on Chris now, as Chesney finally jumps into the pit lane.
Oh yeah, yeah, we
Jumps
were
into a pit
expecting
lane
that.
jumps into the pit lane with 32 minutes left. I mean,
That
if
could be
Chesney
good.
if Chesney can somehow make this his last pit stop, then that completely negates the pit stop he'd already made earlier in the race.
Yeah, yeah.
Will take a lot of luck though, I feel. And I think that's Jamie Wilson finally got the move done.
And yes, Alex Manuel is back in the league. And yes, we do need to promote some of the pro-ams too, right?
Yeah, I feel depending on who we get signed up next season, there might have to be a bit of a reshuffle. But to be honest, a few of these pro-ams have really punched above the weight this season and really taken it to a lot of the pros. Some of the pros left seething after some races. In fact, you got Jaden Scott and Michael Hall battling it out, and Tony's managing to keep up as well.
Yeah. Manuel's lead is diminishing. It's now under 4 seconds.
One of Manuel, because he did pit a little bit earlier, didn't he?
A little
I wonder
bit, yeah.
if it's actually fuel saving,
Oh.
just to try and make sure that his second pit stop actually has him last until the end. If not, then we've still got 30 minutes left. Pete might have a chance.
True. Could he one-stop it?
Manuel?
Yeah.
He was one of the first to pit. He pitted at lap 11, so I find that very unlikely.
yeah,
In
maybe
fact,
not.
we'll probably see him come in around lap 25, 26.
Okay.
So look, the latest of the pit stoppers who managed to save looks like it could be around 15 laps per fuel run here.
Stefan Goebel has managed to get himself into the field again, and picking off places as he goes. It was quite a broad pit lane window last time, wasn't it? It went all the way from lap 11 to lap 15.
Yeah, with the amount of straight lines on this course, it's easy to, if you're in a pack, to try and long it out as long as you can.
Yeah.
And with this being an endurance race as well, that's full tanks of fuel that people are trying to long out on. I think it was the same last time we had heat races here as well.
Right.
There's quite a big gap, and it was just a case of, did you want to gamble the undercut, or did you just want to go until the juice has gone from the tank?
Yeah.
Just seeing, Jaden's actually less than half a second behind Kyle Hardy now, so it's going to be straight up a battle for the win on Pro-Ams. There's a dive just in from Daniel Lewis on Chris Needham.
Yeah,
Chris
he's
having
got
to
that
back
run.
out slightly there.
Yeah, this has been going on
Yes.
for a few corners actually. That was the third switch of positions. And Ura is on him now. Demis is quite a way back on the field at the minute. That's a lapped car behind. Paul Hurley's lapped car, I think it is. Ura having a long stare down the inside, but that's not going to happen there. This is Elantra on Elantra. Do you remember when Elantras were pretty much the entire field, Jay?
Yeah, like every time we go to Road Elantra, it was just,
Yeah,
like, absolutely
exactly,
magical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I realised I made a mistake saying how close Jaden was to Carl. No, that gap is still above 5 seconds at the moment between Carl and Jaden, so it's going to depend on how the next pit stop goes, traffic, etc, etc. Carl doesn't have the crutch of have it been in a slipstream anymore, so it's now pure pace now, which is keeping him in front of Jaden.
Yep, there he is. Oh, what? How did you curse him that badly?
I don't know how I just did that, but I didn't mean to do that.
Wow, you just Alakazammed Carl Hardy.
I...
You really did.
how did I do that?
I don't know. Oh my word! An event
That
like
could
no other
potentially-
has just happened.
that could potentially change everything. Carl needs to get his head back in the game now and
Yeah.
carry on as if nothing's happened. That gap of 5 seconds has gone down to 3.7. Make that 3.6.
Jaden's coming for him now.
Although Jaden does have Michael Hall less than 3/10 behind him.
Yeah, no, that's pretty tight. Tony Walker just dropping off the back a little bit now. This is still boiling. Oh, this is just looking awful.
No, that's Oliver moving out of
Yeah,
the way.
I was
luckily,
wondering what was
so-
going on there. I thought you're never going to make the turn at speed doing that, but he wasn't at speed, was he? Right, let's just see this. This is one for the stamp book, I think. Not often you get a Jeff Saunders crash. Over rotated, stayed out of the wall nicely. Or is this what caused Carl Hardy's? No, it can't be. No, nothing to do with Carl Hardy at all. So an unusual and rare loss of control from Jeff Saunders, Joe.
Yeah, it's been happening at the same part of a track that we've already seen catch out so many tonight.
Yeah.
Jeff, one of the lucky ones there, as we have seen meatballs resulting of it sometimes.
Yep. We didn't see the Derek Wilkins one, did we? Or did we?
Don't think we did.
Yeah, there was other stuff going on. This is it. Sunset's claimed. Oh, he's already sideways going in. Oh, and then not been able to steer. That looked technical to me. He just
No,
wasn't.
the amount of bumps in Sunset. Once you're gone, you're not getting that turn back in.
Okay, let's have another look. Wasn't a braking, yeah. Oh no, he was turning, yeah. Right. Andy Littler got a face full of Honda as he was coming around the corner. Right, so Manuel Saralegui sets his fastest lap of the race, folks, on lap, what is this, 23. Currently 4.5 seconds ahead of Pete Newman. There is Pete. Cal Hardy is some way back now, nearly 7 or just over 6 seconds back. And then comes a group of cars, which is Jaden, Michael Hall, Tony Walker, and then a bit cleaner. Now that Renee has got past Thomas Asboth, he's now starting to pull away from Thomas and pull onto the back of this group ahead. He's decided it's time to start racing as Chris Needham starts the next charge of pit stops.
Nice, an early second pit stop for Chris, to be honest, but he should be able to put in enough fuel to get to the end now. So
Yeah.
probably see the likes of Manuel coming in perhaps next lap. Likes of Pete, Carl probably won't see for another 6-7 laps. Track is still coming up on my overlay as very lightly wet, so there's still enough puddles about to still throw a few people off, I think.
Yeah, the track is catching people out in fits and starts, isn't it? Alan says he loves the crackle of the popcorn munching. Yeah, so do I, funnily enough.
Jealous. I actually noticed as well, temperatures dropped off the track as well. Gone from 25 degrees to 21.7 Celsius.
Well,
so
we are
could be
heading.
seen.
We are heading to sunset.
Yeah.
Figuratively and shortly, physically.
Yeah, so I think we're going to see a lot more faster laps coming on, as that is Manuel in.
Oh right, yeah.
Hang on.
No.
No, saying DNF.
What?
What's happened with Manuel?
Is he disconnected? He's having connection issues. He's strobing.
Maybe I've not seen any.
Oh yeah, he's strobing. He's still in the race, but his connection is so bad he's strobing in and out of the session. So he'll be seeing it normally. We just can't see him at the moment, unless he really has been done by the. No, he's just back in again, or he was just for a nanosecond. So I don't know whether it'll boot him.
This might be an iRacing issue then.
Yeah, I think it is. Oh, no, I think it is, definitely. I mean, he is in South America, so you know, we've got to give... There he is. Right, thankfully, he's still there. Phew.
False alarm.
Well, that was a
Pete
bit
Newman
crazy for
is
a while.
slapping his kneecap there because he thought he had him.
Slapping his kneecap.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, yeah. And Alex says Pete's voice sounds quite stress-free, which I hope is the case. It's never entirely stress-free, but this is about as stress-free as I'm getting. Fraser Garrity leaving the pits now. Jamie Wilson has got masses of company at the moment, which he's not had for quite a few laps. Now he has pitted again already, and the car in front of him has not, which is Roger Morton, I think. Yep. But Chris Needham, who is right in his exhaust pipe, has. Right. So, who of the top lot are going to pit in the next couple of laps? Well, you were saying that 25 is likely to be the Manuel Saralegui pit lap, right?
Yes, potentially.
Yeah. So that's next lap. We've already had some early takers for this pit round.
Just having a quick look at... Oh, just having a look. One of these looks like they're going quite tight here. So we know Jaden and Tony didn't take full tanks.
No.
So there is a chance that they'll pit a little bit early, as Rene very close to the wall there in the background.
Yeah, that was very close.
But I'm also seeing Michael Hall has taken less fuel than Jaden in the first place on his pit stop as well.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at the times they went into the pits. Michael went in a pit a lap later.
Yeah, Thomas is in at the moment, as you can see on your timing towers, folks. Battle on your screen is for 4th place. It's by far the fastest, the closest battle, apart from this one, which is Demis and Deck. Oh, Demis getting the weirdest line ever through there. And that's going to give Deck Crowther reason to put his foot in. Might get his nose onto the inside. Nope. Plays it sensible. It is an endurance race after all, so. We've never been without any action, have we, in this race so far?
Always something going on.
Yeah, and we're nearly an hour in now. That's a big puddle that Demis just went through. They're not clearing these puddles, are they? And they're not going to, are they? Because it's getting cooler and cooler, like you say.
Yeah, I would have thought... I honestly thought the end of qualifying, with all 29 cars on the grid, they would have been completely gone, but there's just some that just refuse to go.
Yep.
And it's just a constant thorn in the side of everybody going across, as we've seen with the amount of people who have ended up falling foul of slightly wet curbs or going too wide into a corner and hitting a puddle on the way through, as a very narrow line just there from Deck, and Demis using all the truck that he paid for.
Yeah, he's getting his money's worth, isn't he? He wants to see the whole thing. And then was that? It looked like a slowdown almost for Deck Crowther, because he just fell off the back of Demis quite badly there. Right, it's hotting up here in the Veloster battle. Michael Hall creeping onto the boot lid of Jaden Scotton again. Almost looks like Jaden's got front left damage.
I've just heard someone crash into a
Yeah,
wall.
I have as well, and I don't know
It's
who.
Rene.
Is it what?
Rene.
Oh, wow, that looks brutal. Right, that's not even giving me an event.
All I
Oh
heard
no, it
was
has
a,
now.
no.
Right, this must be it, because it's the only thing that I've got on my screen. Curb. Oh, over rotation after the curb, and lights out.
I'll tell you what, I have
Engine gone.
only ever seen that happen once ever at Sebring.
What, an over rotation onto the inside?
On that particular curb, yeah.
Right. Wow. That's a real shame for Renee. Hopefully he can get that sorted quickly, but the tow from that point on the track is going to be enormous.
I would expect to see Pete massively chilling out now that his main championship rival has decided to have that unfortunate incident.
Yeah. You've got to be focused though, haven't you? Even when you've got that much comfort, because the loss of concentration can be brutal and cause you to make an accident.
Yeah, this is very true as we're watching now on with Jaden Scott and with Michael Hall less than half a second behind. Still got one more pit stop to go for a lot of these people.
Oh,
Uh,
multi-21 for safeguard. That's David Ayres being given a position by Darrell Wright. Renee
David does
Earhart
still have a chance at that championship.
won't make Renee feel much better, but he had the fastest sector 4 on the lap he was on. No, that would be the previous lap, wouldn't it? Yeah. So he was obviously finding his pace at that point and found too much of it, Jay. He got a bit greedy with the track, maybe.
Yeah, as we've got a low going into the pits now,
Yeah, whole bag full of them.
including race leader Manuel, who comes out now. Also had Jaden and Daniel Lewis coming in at the same time, as well as Tony Walker.
Now, is this an opportunity for Pete Newman and co to potentially get some lead lap points? Manuel's got them all at the moment. No, he hasn't. No, because he pitted earlier.
I'm
than
about to say,
everybody
I
else,
think
yeah.
Pete got a few of them, so
Yeah.
be interesting to see if Michael Hall can get a couple of clean laps going in now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, he's got back markers ahead of him. He's got Andy Littler right in front of him at the moment. There's a lot of puddles kicking up water still. Saw it on the screen just then. Cedric's gone to the pits now. Cedric was the leader of AM class.
Be interesting to see if Chesney can make his pit stop last until the end. It'll be a hell of a job if he does. I think it might be just too much. Let's see, what lap did Chesney pit? Chesney pit.
Can't see it now. Does it show
Lap
me?
18.
Was it?
I'm trying to work this out on my head. So if he can get 15 really sort of like
The last one.
fuel saving laps in,
Yeah.
that would be quick mass 33 laps of a race. I don't know how long this is going to go for. We've got 13 minutes left. Chesney might be able to do it, but he's going to need a hell of a lot of fuel saving there
Yeah.
and a bit of luck, and he could potentially keep it there in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely. We've still got pit stops due from Pete, Carl, Michael, and Yura at the top, plus Demis. Demis is pitting now, is he, by the sound of that car? Yep. Because he had Manuel in front of him. Manuel's the one on the straight here now. There we go. So he's imperious in this race. Look at that. His lines are so clean, aren't they? It might be worth us just jumping on board here and seeing what it's like from the mega fast position of the cockpit of Manuel Saralegui. He's not slowing down, he's just done another fastest lap of the race. So, and his own, obviously his own personal fastest. No, it's not the fastest lap.
So he has just set a fastest
yeah.
sector 2.
He's got the fastest lap by 0.01 of a second over Pete Newman at the minute, which is not a lot at all. And the track, like you say, will get faster, but the puddles are still there, so it's almost tempting you into a disaster, isn't it?
Absolutely, and wow, it just looks like he's actually driving on wheels of Pritt stick. Like how like close he's getting to that curb and keeping it on the track.
That's very impressive.
Just pinpoint accuracy all around the board. A little bit of a miss of the apex there, but I don't think he's going to be caring too much about that.
Not on that turn, because there's a number of different ways you can get, you know, a really good shot around that last portion of Le Mans and onto Ullman. Hits the rev limiter on the way into Sunset, which is absolutely perfect gear ratio use. Can't argue with that, can you? That was cleaner than a clean thing in Clean Town. That was excellent work from Manuel Saralegui.
Yeah, and that was really close to his already best lap of the race.
Right. And as everybody pits just behind him, and they are now leaving the pits there, that's Michael Hall, and Carl Hardy's already out. Jaden Scotton is right behind as well. Manuel gets second place back, and everybody's starting to gather together again, which happens at the end of endurance races. Pete Newman, though, is still your race leader and is now again the fastest lap holder. He's just shaved 0.06 of a second off his previous fastest time.
Yeah, actually got the fastest lap of the race so far. I'm just having a quick look at where Manuel is. Manuel's 32 seconds, which suggests to me if Pete has a quick, even if Pete has a quick stop, he's potentially going to still be about 6-7 seconds behind Manuel.
Yeah.
Right, Manuel is not messing around now.
No, he's really putting his foot down, actually. You can see he's getting personal best sectors of Sector 1 and Sector 4 on this lap. 2 sectors to go. I think he wants to mop up, Jay. I think he wants that fastest lap as well.
Sure, and why not? He's quick enough to do it.
Lots of puddles. That might slow him down a little. Tony Walker is catching Jaden Scotton. Tony Walker very, very fast around here. Gets himself a nice toe. Jaden's got a toe though. No, he hasn't, has he? He's not got a toe at all. Late apex exit for Tony. Should give him a good run. But I think Jaden really controlled that Veloster very well going around Sunset then.
Yeah, Jaden needs to now just not put a single step wrong, because Tony, this is an easy track to keep behind somebody with slipstream.
Yeah.
So no more mistakes from Jaden. He's got to hope that Tony decides to overdrive the car somewhere. But I tell you what, he's keeping it to 0.4, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to show up as 0.3 any second now. Michael Hall had a fantastic lap before his pit stop, by the way. Did come out nearly 2 seconds ahead of Jaden, by the way.
Oh wow, and they were absolutely together. Yeah, you can see him just ahead.
So now with that clean air, Michael will be fighting his way up to where Carl is. But Carl has managed to get his head back down as well after that slip up earlier. Don't go quickly over to him now in case it's another curse of the commentator.
Yeah, we've had at
And,
least
get
one
some-
of them.
Yeah, and get some consistency down for himself. So, Carl with a fantastic race so far, holding that third position.
Jamie Wilson up 7 places from his start position. Only Deck Crowther and Jeff's. Oh, I was going to say Jeff Saunders, but Jeff's just pitted for his final stop, so that'll be gone. Oh, Pete Newman's in the pits as well.
Yep, just having a look to see where Manuel is. And Manuel's halfway down Oldman. So he's about to hit that sunset now, and Pete hasn't stopped still yet to take his fuel. As soon as I say that, he stopped still to take his fuel. A nice, easy corner just there for Manuel. Keeps it nice and tight, keeps it nice and safe. And most importantly, keeps it out of that wall and tyre. And Pete's moving.
Oh, Pete's moving a lot. As in, Pete's going to be ahead of Manuel.
And I did not have that on the card at all there.
No, Andy Littler stays out of the way of race leader Pete Newman. Right, what on earth is going on? So he was only stationary for 6.6 seconds. So someone threw some fuel at his windscreen and he set off again. Andy Littler's strobing behind him. That's not good for anybody approaching.
I'm glad that wasn't just me then.
Yeah. Manuel has just set the fastest sector 1 of anybody. Do you think Manuel's in the car going?
Well.
What? What did you say?
All the lights have just turned on the circuit as well. All the cat's eyes are turned on.
Oh yeah.
Which looks fantastic on this scan, by the way.
Yeah, it does. So we are going to go into darkness with the last 15 minutes, last 5 minutes, I should say, of this race.
I tell you what, getting close between Jaden and Tony at the moment for that top 5 position.
It is.
I tell you what, Tony is well up for this by the looks of it.
He's got his
Could have ourselves a nice grandstand finish.
too right. So 5 minutes to go, and some battles heating up in some pretty critical positions now. So I wonder if Manuel's early first pit stop is what's caused this situation. Maybe Pete Newman has managed to eke out that fuel for longer in the first stint, and then it's kicked onto the second, and he's benefited in the last stint.
Yeah, I do wonder if, because Manuel did pit a little bit earlier than any of us expected, maybe there was a couple of fuel saving laps in there, which in the long run have maybe caused a few problems. And just watching people jump into sunset there, it looks even more terrifying with the lighting on the ground, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right, so this battle's definitely on, with how many laps to go? 2?
2 and only 2 temps between them.
Yeah. And the gap for the lead is hovering around about that 5.2 second mark. Cat's eyes are on. Jaden a bit squirrely coming out of that turn off the curb. Better turn than Tony on that turn though.
Yeah, and all that work that Tony's just done to try and keep within 2 temps, it's fluttered away in just one corner.
Yeah.
See if he can bring it back here though. I think Jaden is actually slowly catching up to Michael. Having a quick look at the lap times, and so the lap times are quite similar at the moment actually, but I swear that gap's getting shorter and shorter.
The P5 car, which is Jaden Scotton, has just had a compliment on its paint from Alex Sablano Lado.
Well, you know. Fantastic Lunan liveries dealing with that one there, and I just make little changes to it for each driver to customize it, and they've all come out pretty good, especially the Audi one. I really like the Audi ones, which Cedric in 17th has currently got at the moment.
Yeah, these are nice, these. Very nice liveries. Oh, did I know that was
Daryl's towing?
Oh, yes, he is. Because this happened. Oh, sunset. Oh, sunset. Oh, wall.
Oh, wait, they've towed rather than going into the pits?
He's got no engine.
Oh.
He's just got nuts and bolts crashing around inside the engine housing. So he could not have done anything else, I don't think.
Very fortunate and lucky that's happened before the pit entry rather than
Yeah.
turn ones.
Right, so Daniel Lewis and Ura have got together again. And Jaden is now under a bucket full of pressure.
You know, just seen Oliver Payne with a black flag.
What? He's not...
But very likely incident related.
Okay, right, fair enough. So, again, Tony Walker got within sniffing distance of 4th place. No, 5th place. And then he's dropped back a little bit. Are we on last lap now? Or is it next time round? Where is Pete Newman? No, this must be last lap.
Yep, this is last lap now. As the timer ticks now to race overtime.
Yep. And Manuel is going to have to settle for second, I think, unless Pete Newman throws it into the scenery. Which would be very...
Oh my god, he has.
Shut up. Shut up.
If he ends up like bricking it at sunset, then I apologise to every fan in here of Result X Pure Sims. But still a couple of battles going on in this final lap as Pete Newman finishes sunset.
Oh.
And Pete Newman is the winner of the BSTV TCR Challenge Cup Enduro at Sebring.
Yeah, and Manuel Saralegui in the distance over the line in 2nd place. Carl Hardy, don't adjust your sets, folks. Carl Hardy will get a podium finish here in 3rd place for result.
Well, how close it is with Jaden and Tony.
Oh, my word. Yeah. Ooh.
And Jaden just edges it.
Yeah. 0.3 of a second, that was. Oh, this is still going on here. What on earth happened to Ura at the last second? Wow, that was a close finish. As is the position behind. Chris Needham and Jamie. They all paired up on the last lap, Jay.
Just grab a buddy and go over the line, right?
I know. Salon says, Jay, thanks for the heart attack. I was wise to it after last week. Oh dear. Now, Fraser Garrity.
Yep, Fraser Garrity's got the win in the AMs.
I did wonder whether Chesney was going to carve his way back through all that. He's chasing his own teammate. His teammates are like way ahead and round the corner, like 10 seconds ahead, but he's got Stefan behind him. And Chris Dixon has just been overtaken by Stefan, as Stefan on a massive recovery drive from what happened on lap 1 has limited the damage. He's only 3 places back from where he started, so well done to Stefan. That's
great recovery.
Yeah, and that's great sportsmanship, isn't it, staying in it and recovering it back to that point. So nice work, Stefan, and nice work, VTS Esports. Chris Dixon over the line there, and then we're waiting on Jeff Saunders. There was a collectible in this race, folks. It was a Jeff Saunders crash. It wasn't properly a crash, but it was an incident point given away. And then Andy Littler, has he already crossed the line? Yeah, he crossed the line before.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was in and about where the leaders were when they were crossing the line. So, bit of formation driving here. Oh no, not formation driving, Jay.
Just a little bit of a push.
Pete Newman, officially out of fuel.
That'd fail the stewards check, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. Oh, look at that. They both got to slow down. A bit of flashing lights from Michael Hall as he pushes his teammate down Ullman Straight. And into pit road they go. Well, for an endurance race that was 5 minutes shorter than it should have been, thanks to me, that was a pretty exciting effort. I enjoyed that. That was good, that race.
Always seems to be something going on in that race, which is kind of what you want. We always had some action going on, and hopefully everybody in the chat enjoyed watching it just as much as we did.
Too right. Right, let me run you through the finishing order, folks. So, the winner of the endurance race at Sebring in BSTV's TCR Challenge Cup Season 22 was Pete Newman, who won by 6.9 seconds in the end for result X Pure Sims over Manuel Saralegui, the mighty superfast Manuel Saralegui for CLN Racing. Carl Hardy finished in 3rd place, but top AM class car as well as a podium finish for Result Clothing. Michael Hall finished in 4th place for Result X Pure Sims. So they've had a good, solid effort yet again, Jay. This is why they're at the top of the standings in the team, isn't it? Because they managed to do that regular. It's impressive, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I was just reading Sir Alan's messages on there. Jaden Scotton finished 5th for JC Academy Gold and 2nd in class, so a class podium for Jaden. Same for Tony Walker, who finished 3rd in class, 6th on track for BSTV Esports Pink. Where am I? Thomas Asboth. People are still writing messages and it's distracting me. Thomas Asboth finished 7th place for Spin and Toe Motorsport, with Daniel Lewis in 8th for Blade Designs SRL. Euro Larkin finished 9th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, and 10th was Jamie Wilson, top 10 finish for Team Chimera. Chris Needham finished 11th for Air Smart Racing, with 12th being Demis Dictular for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Deck Crowder finished 13th for Blade Designs SRL. Fraser Garrity took home the AM class win in 14th place overall for Insignia. David Ayres finished in 15th, 2nd in class though for Safeguard. Roger Morton finished 16th for Result Clothing. Cedric Sommerines finished 17th for JC Academy Silver, and 3rd in AM class tonight. So a podium finish for him in his class. Chesney Vandenbroek finished 18th, also for JC Academy Silver. 19th was Stefan Goebel for VTS Esports. Chris Dixon finished 20th for Work Guard by Result. Jeff Saunders finished 21st. 22nd was Andy Littler for Work Guard. Darryl Wright was 23rd for Result Clothing. Oliver Payne finished 24th. 25th was Paul Hurley for Blade Designs SRL. No, that's wrong. Derek Wilkins finished 26th for Nitro Alliance. If I can get it wrong, I will do. Renee Earhart finished 27th for Cutting Corny. PBG finished 28th for Result Clothing. And 29th was RDJ, Ronald D. Young. So, that was a very entertaining endurance race. I think the weather played a big feature in it, Jay. The time of day, we could have run a night race like the officials, but it wouldn't have been the visual spectacle on your screens. And I think that played into it as well. I think that was, a lot of vastly reducing light, vastly reducing track temperature, and the puddles just didn't seem to go away, Jay.
Yeah, especially the latter there. Those little puddles there did catch so many people out, especially on certain curbs, and it just meant drivers always had something on their mind going to the corners, which endurance race is mentally exhausting anyway. But when you've got to try and memorize where some of these puddles are and try and keep your own dry line through a grid of 29 cars as well, it can really get to some people. And yeah, some thrills, some spills, but for us, it's great viewing.
Yeah, great entertainment. Already in the booth is race winner Pete Newman, so it would be remiss of us not to drag him in here immediately and talk to him about a 6.6 second final pit stop, Pete, that grabbed you the victory. Was that a long time in the making? Because nobody else seemed to do such a short last stop.
Yeah, I mean that was basically 2 stints worth of fuel saving there.
Wow.
So
Okay. It didn't look like you were.
yeah.
To be fair, you were setting pretty good sector times all the way through. But this is a track though where you can fuel save in a straight line, if that makes sense. It's one of those ones where you can lift and coast into many of the corners, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was basically what I was doing, lifting sometimes ridiculously early and braking ridiculously late. And yeah, just really chuffed that it actually worked. I think the pressure of in my head, I was like, well, manual's gone, not even worried about that. This is a
Yeah.
race for P2, and if I just I don't know, I'd kind of planned to do the fuel save already, and then after the first stint, I was like, well, I've just gained a lap on everyone. I'm going to gain 2 laps on everyone here. And obviously Manuel pitted early, so I'm not sure how much fuel he had, but during, I think it was the end, like near the end of the first stint, I was pretty sure that he was fuel saving, and then he pitted.
Yeah.
Probably at least a lap before I would have expected him to pit. So it'd be interested to know his fuel situation because, yeah, as I say, I thought we were sort of matching each other lap time wise, and he was doing the same sort of fuel saving. But
Well, it seemed like he was blasting out the laps, like properly blasting out the laps for a while, and then all of a sudden, when he got to about 7.5 seconds worth of lead, the lead started to diminish, and the group behind him started to eat into his lead. So I think he suddenly began to fuel save at that point. I might be completely wrong, but that's what I observed. Jay, did you see anything like what I'm describing, or am I talking out of my hoop again?
No, I agree. It did seem it seemed like Manuel had the race completely under control and should have really, but it was an incredible turnaround at the end, and one
yeah,
that me and Pete were both just not expecting at all, especially when we saw
I
literally the
definitely
splash and
wasn't.
dash. The splash and dash, you came out and we're just like, wait, there's a gap. Why is there a gap?
There shouldn't be a gap. Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Well, I had Andy saying, "No, I'm going to be on the exit where you are," and he's sort of said, "Well, you stay on the inside. I'm going to be on the outside here." And then I was like, I looked ahead and Manuel wasn't around, and I don't know. I was just like, "Well, where the fuck is he?"
Yeah, it's like,
It was quite nice to see he was 5 or 6 seconds behind, to be honest, because yeah, you don't really necessarily have to panic with 3 laps to go at that point.
No, and this has done your championship hopes immense good, hasn't it? You're already 200 points nearly ahead of the rest of the field. This is going to just consolidate that enormously. This is your season, isn't it? It's yours to chuck away now.
I mean, I think after that it possibly is. I've definitely been lucky, with some of the regulars maybe not joining and doing the odd week here or there. But I think I'm like in my head, it's kind of nice to beat Manuel, Logan, Bobley, I think as well within the championship. They might not have been doing the full lot, but to have got a win over them, it's definitely made me happier than if they'd have turned up and I hadn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And if you carry on playing, in the same sort of way, then you've got to start considering: have you got room in your house for my wood?
Well, I look forward to it.
Everybody does. Everybody Jay,
Not going to
doesn't
make a space or anything like that. I don't want to
no,
curse it, but I
no,
say
no.
it feels like it could be mine to lose after that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Everybody does look forward to my wood, though, don't they, Jay?
Evidently so.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I've been trying probably 2 years now to get a piece of your wood.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, this might be the the peak of your career. You know
Oh, I
Or
think
just
it will
Pete
be, to be
playing like
honest.
really hard to get. I don't know. Just
You want to get a room?
Next time we are at Jerez, which I don't know. That one really
I'll
is
bring my
like,
motorbike.
yeah, exactly. People, it's Marmite to people, isn't it? Some people love it because it's technical. It's narrow bike track. Some people hate it because it's a bike track, and we're on the moto circuit, so it's even more of a bike track. So, how did you go there? Have you've raced there with us before, though, haven't you?
I'm not too sure if I've raced there with you. I
Ah,
might have
okay.
done the MX5 when the track first came out, but to be honest, it's really not a track I've done too many laps on, so it's going to
Okay.
be an interesting week in practice.
Well, it's not stopped you before. That's what we have to say. But tonight's been an absolute clinic of fuel saving and a huge surprise for us. If you watch the broadcast back, which I hope you do, you're in for a treat when me and Jay are like, why is Pete out ahead of Manuel? What's going on here? But yeah, anybody you want to shout out to or thank before we let you go and start your practice for Jerez?
Just big shout out to Carl, really. I had an epic first stint there. Was sort of happy not to pressure me while I was doing the fuel saving, but by the same token, I think Philly was happy just to sit behind there. And yeah, he just did an epic job to get the podium. Not sure if that's his first enduro podium, but regardless, it was a great drive by him.
Yeah,
Mike as well, P4, so good job in the teams, and then everybody with the result and the pure seams teams. That's pretty much everybody, I think.
yeah, you're a two-man team bossing it around a whole load of three-man teams. So you two should be extraordinarily proud of that performance, and all your performances this season.
Could it be a double wood scenario?
One can only hope. One can only hope. We do trophies for teams now, so it will be double wood, and so you'll have to fight amongst yourselves about who's going to, grab which one of my wood. In that case, we will let you go and start your practice for Jerez. It's been a fantastic endurance race for you here at Sebring, and I hope that continues for you for the rest of the season. Pete Newman, everybody.
Thanks a lot, chaps.
There we go. Right, next up, we shall bring in. What did I just do with him? Oh, yeah, that was a massive delay between me clicking the button and. It's all the pies. The pies must have been waiting him down. Good evening to Carl Hardy. Everybody's been asking me that the standings must be broken because Carl Hardy got a podium in an endurance race.
Can you imagine all them people underneath me, how much weight they've got on them?
Some of them are really strong, aren't they? It's crazy.
yeah, they need to.
Wow, that is a remarkable performance. Really solid, stable. What have you done? Loads of practice here. Have you done lots and lots of the officials this week?
I obviously put the Thursday night. I put a session up. Monday night I put a session up, and then we do the official one race on the Tuesday.
Right.
So yeah, I've done it, and obviously Sebring, everyone's done the endurance racing, haven't they? So we all know the track quite well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's one of them tracks. The puddles made it a little bit more interesting. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. And Jaden's just informed me that he struggles to get into a flow, so if we can have them all the time, that would be great.
Yeah, can't guarantee it. But I'll do my best. I can be bribed. But yeah, this is.
I'm willing to share half a pie.
Yeah, what will this do to your championship, do you think?
No idea. Don't even look.
I know you don't look, but I'm going to look because it's interesting for us. Right, you were 100 points away from second place in the championship, which was Jamie Wilson. So you've grabbed a bag full of points on that. I don't think you'll have overtaken him. but you've
Where did
certainly...
he? How did he do?
He finished in 10th, so you had a 7-place gain on him, which is quite a lot of points, but I don't think it's over 100. And you're 170 points short of Jaden, who you also beat, but only by 2 positions tonight. So you're still well in it for a fight for the finish. This could be your time to get to the top of Pro-Am, Carl.
Nah, I don't need that in my life.
He's sandbagging, isn't he, Jay? He's sandbagging. He's trying to...
far too much energetic for me. It's not that.
All right, okay. Well, you might just find yourself accidentally
Yeah,
Pro-Am.
we see. Nah, Jaden's got it, I reckon.
Jaden's got it, right? Okay.
Yeah, I reckon.
What are your thoughts, Jay? Do you think Carl's sandbagging? He's trying to play it down?
Well, surely I should have an opinion on this because, you know, me like having one of the teams, then me in my past driving for a result as well. It'd be so many conflicts of interest, you know, that I couldn't possibly. I think my throat's starting to hurt again. Oh, I think my voice is going.
Bail out. Got a bigger yellow streak than a diuretic camel. Right, so what do you expect from this season then? Because this is by far your most positive Pro-Am season that I can remember.
What do I want from it?
Yeah, what
Just more laughs. More laughs.
laughs.
Yeah, that's all I do it for, mate. You know that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, the racing's great. You know, we've got a lot of new people, a lot of old people. You know,
old
everybody
people, that's
just gets
David
on.
Ayres, isn't it?
That is absolutely just Dave, yeah.
Yeah, thought so. No, you're right. This is a stable but still very dynamic league with some real capable drivers in it, some real characters in it. You being one of the principal ones. I mean, there doesn't seem to be an end to this particular series because it's just too good.
Yeah.
Next week we go to Jerez. Now, like I was saying to Pete Newman, it's not everybody's favourite track. It's principally a bike track. Some love it, some
It's a
hate
bike
it.
track, yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I will do it because obviously I do every race, but yeah, I'm not a lover. But once you've done a few laps, obviously it's all about getting in that groove. Once you're in that groove, you just go.
Yeah.
And if you've got a couple of people around you, it makes it a little bit more fun. And that's it. That's how I look at my little racing doodah and iRacing.
Okay, that's cool. Well, it's been a pleasure having you in the booth. Who do you want to thank on the basis of your fantastic performance here this evening? Because it has been extraordinary and we expect more of this. Need more of this, Carl.
Pete, obviously he was fuel saving, I wasn't. And I couldn't just so I could stay with him. It's insane what he was doing. Them lap times and fuel saving was just nuts. He did tell me where he was fuel saving in practice. I can't do that. It was just nuts. So yeah, him fuel saving made me stay with him, which gave me the toe to pull away from the guys behind. Otherwise, I would have been with them. So massive one to Pete Newman. Obviously, all the team do really, really well. And the drivers. I mean, there's, you know, I mean, everybody needs a big thank you. But obviously, the biggest ones has to go to you and Jay.
Oh.
I know Jamie does a little bit of work in the background as well. But I'm fighting against him, so I'm not going to thank him.
Fair.
Yeah, we'll take that. No,
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Anybody else?
No, that's it. No, I can't be done with anyone else. If I've forgotten anybody tough.
Yeah, fair enough. In that case, we will very much look forward to seeing you racing at Jerez, no matter how much you don't like it. I have a sneaking suspicion you'll be floating around that top spots at the end of this season, because this seems to be a very good season for you. And all the best for future races. Carl Hardy, everybody.
Cheers, Pete. Cheers, Jay.
Cool. Right. Next up, we shall bring in. Where did he finish? 5th place. Do you want to do one, or is your throat too bad for it?
I'll be honest, I'm trying to save my voice at the moment.
No. Right. I shall interrogate Jaden Scotton. Good evening, Jaden. Is he there?
Yeah.
Ah, there he is. Right. So, very fast tonight. We saw you in a lot of battles with a whole bunch of people, mostly with Tony Walker, who was giving you massive hassle all the way to the flag at the end. I expected you to have moved, have qualified a bit more strongly than you did. Were you surprised where you ended up qualifying?
Well, I was surprised by, coming out on track, expecting the conditions to be carried over from practice. Yeah, there were puddles everywhere.
Yeah.
That really caught
They
me
just
off guard.
stayed there. They just didn't go away.
I just couldn't really get into the groove for qualifying. I set the best
Right.
time I think I could have set, but it was just bad. And my pace didn't feel good all day, really. I think I was just opportunistic, making my way through people.
Mhm.
Had to be. But I think all day I really struggled to get into the groove, to be honest. I don't know how I managed to scrap out a top 5, but take it.
Yeah, because it won't do your championship chances any harm. You've moved further away from Jamie Wilson in the standings because obviously he finished in 10th place and you finished in 5th. You both moved through the field equally, so you're shadowing each other. The surprise package for Pro-Am was Carl Hardy topping your Pro-Am podium and also getting an overall podium this evening. Was that a surprise to you? Did you expect to be top dog this time like you've been in other races or not?
Yeah. Well, Carl was quick at Navarra as well. I know
He
Carl
was,
can be
yeah,
very
you're
fast.
right. Yep.
I mean, I think I was expecting Jamie to be more up there than he was. I think in a way I was kind of relieved I was qualifying 10th, and well, I was quite shocked seeing him below me. So it's kind of relief, kind of, yeah, shock. But yeah, I knew Carl can be very quick, so it wasn't too much of a surprise. And I've been out for a week, so I'm a little bit rusty.
Okay, yep. And what do you need to do to get your consistency on a track like this or in the conditions like this?
I don't know. I had no words of wisdom. It's
Fair enough.
just practice, really.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Again,
Practice. Yep.
I hadn't practiced those conditions of qualifying, so struggled. Wasn't
No.
prepared for it.
Fair enough. And how much practice do you need to do for next week when we're at Jerez?
That's a great point. There's no any setups for that. I'd say, yeah, I'll do. I'm gonna have to do quite a bit.
I also don't have a track guide for it. So
We
Ma-
found
Can
one
you
of the ones. Okay.
make one just for JC Academy, pretty please?
get me more Lemsip.
That's right, folks. Jay is now mainlining Lemsip. But yeah, it's a tricky track. It's a bike track, so it's narrow,
Yeah.
technical. Some people hate it because of how twisty it is. It's got a monster straight on it, which will favour the Audi. But everything else should favour the Veloster in theory because it is quite a dynamic track. It might play into your wheelhouse and away from Jamie Wilson's because the Audi just wants straight lines. In that case, who do you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for Jerez?
I will say Chesney was brilliant fuel saving drive. Ran out of fuel twice. He could not have played it any more perfectly than he did, making his race work. Yeah, shout out to my dad's probably watching, so hello. Hello, Dave. Um, yeah, I think that's it really.
No,
Oh yeah, shout out to Cedric as well. Sorry, Jim Cedric. And Lee pops in the chat as well. Sort of our personal crew chief for the last 20 minutes of the race. Keep us informed of all the goings on.
Right, very good, very
Yeah.
good. Evening to David and all the others that watch on the chat. We need you guys to, keep the broadcasts alive and dynamic and, in the moment. So really appreciate everybody joining. Okay, in that case, we shall look forward to you racing with us this time next week at Jerez. Jaden, Scott, and everybody. Right, next into the booth, we're gonna bring in who finished at the top of class. It was Fraser, then David, then Cedric, then Chesney. No Cedric, so none of the podium position finishers are in the booth, Jay. So we'll get another of your racers. Yeah, 'cause Paul Hurley was further back. Chris Dixon was, yeah. Right, so let's go and move to the live booth for CVDB. It's Chesney. Good evening.
Hey.
Not able to get the top class finish tonight, but you certainly gave a lot of racers a lot to think about, didn't you? In the thick of it a lot of the time. You got some damage along the route as well, so talk us through your race.
I had damage on lap 4, so I had to pit.
Mm-hmm.
Then then after first stint, I ran out of fuel at Sunset Corner,
Right.
so I had to limp it in the pits. Then I
Yeah.
discovered when you restart the car that it doesn't go into first gear, so you need to go manually.
Okay.
And the tires cool down amazingly fast. And then I just ran out of fuel just after the race.
Right.
But
So you're running out
so
of the field
then,
just after the race is called perfection.
yeah, or it's looking at your overlay like a maniac and see 2 seconds left fuel. So no, but it was fun. Like just having a kind of yeah, having a kind of comeback from last to 18th, like 3 spots. 3 spots back from my starting position.
Right.
I enjoyed it. Something else than full pedal to the metal.
Yeah, too right. Hopefully you can find that pedal on the metal this time next week. We go to Jerez. Have you raced there at all yet?
Nope, don't know the track. I'm actually looking at pictures of it at the moment.
Right, okay. You'll probably see it with lots of motorbikes on it because that's the usual visitors to that track in the real world. It's not to everybody's tastes, but I won't ask you about it since you've never driven it before. I do know that you're going to have to do a lot of practice in that Honda around it because it will suit the Veloster probably the most of all the cars, I would say. With the Honda a close second, the Audi probably last. Which does give you a little bit of an advantage over some of your rivals. Where are you in the standings at the moment? Let's go and have a quick look. M-class, where are you?
I'm at 4th place at the moment. 20 points behind the first place, behind Fraser.
Yeah, which means that you can throw a very small handkerchief over all 4 of you. 20 points at this point in the season is, well, nothing at all. Paul Hurley finished behind you tonight, probably by enough for you to have overhauled him, but Fraser will have taken the top spot by the look of that maths. Cedric will have stayed ahead of you, unless the incident points were significant from him. So yeah, I think this one's going to shuffle about right to the end of the season. It's been a riveting watch this evening. Anybody you want to shout out to, Chesney, before we let you go?
Fraser for his class win. Jay for his thick looks, pun intended. Uh, my teammates, Jaden,
Wow.
he didn't know. Jaden did an amazing drive again.
Yeah.
Like I told him he and I forgot his name. Damn it. Yeah, he need to go pro.
All
Next
right.
season he
Yeah.
has to go pro, or else I would do an aneurysm.
Yeah, it was probably Tony Walker, was it, or something like that? Because they were very, very fast tonight. Very fast.
Yeah, like to be totally honest, I think a lot has to be shaken up next season.
Yeah, we'll do
Uh,
something like that. We'll stir the pot and see what happens. It's been such a brilliant season so far. It's been so close. It's almost tempting not to change anything because you want it the same next season. But you're right. Change is a good thing. Change is a good thing as we see you dancing across all the curbs to keep out of people's way. On the replay there, you've got really good awareness of the cars around you, haven't you? Do you race on a super wide, or are you on? Because you can't be racing VR and have such good awareness.
I'm racing in VR.
You're racing in VR. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Right.
but
Usually, you can tell people that are racing in VR because they're less aware, unless you're Jamie Wilson, of course, who is just brilliant at using VR.
thank you.
Yeah, very
I
good.
was looking for
Very good.
Jamie Wilson.
Right. Okay.
No, but actually, so I tried triples,
Yep.
but it was a scuffed setup. So and I had a VR laying down, and actually I will never go back because, like you say, like you said, you can have so much visibility if you know exactly how far a car is from you.
Yeah.
You know, um, yeah, just you see everything better, just better.
No, it's very good, and it works for you absolutely. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Cedric, Lee, you guys, of course, to make this possible. My fiance, my 3 kids. That's it.
Yeah, well, good shout outs, good shout outs, especially the family, because they're the ones that allow us to do this pastime we call iRacing. But yeah, great stuff. We will see you after your lots of practice. This time next week at Jerez, Chesney Vandenbroek.
Thank you.
Cool. Right, next. We've got more arriving in the booth, Jay. That's not what normally happens. We've only got a couple of minutes left, so we're not going to be able to do everyone, but Fraser was a class winner, so we're going to have to grab him. So welcome to the booth, even. Fraser Garrity. Good evening.
Hello, how are we?
I'm doing a lot better than Jay. Jay is on the verge of death. He has the rare and often lethal man flu.
Oh, I thought you was going to say boy flu then, but
No, it's definitely the man
I
one.
just work too hard. That's all it is.
it's all these track guides, Jay. You need to slow down, mate.
Try my best.
He's working on it, yeah. But no, that Insignia Motorsport Honda has done you very well tonight, hasn't it?
It ran pretty sweet tonight, to be fair. Can't complain.
Yeah, you had lots and lots of side-by-side action throughout that race. You had periods where you got a little space, and then that space just evaporated because you're really quick in that car. I remember at the beginning of the season wondering, is he in the wrong class? Should he be in Pro-Am? I think the decision to keep you where you are is the right one. But that AM class is hotting up ridiculously now. There's only 20 points that separates you from fourth place. Are you confident for the tracks at the end of the season, or have you not even looked at them yet?
Not even looked. I'll be brutally honest. I had the stream on, and then I just heard you talking to Chesney saying, "Oh, Fraser's going to possibly back in front." And I was like, "Right, get me in that chat. Get me in that chat."
yeah, too right. It's probably the most dynamic at the minute of all of the championships. Pro-Am has got more people duking it out for the top spot, but yours is the closest in points. You know, talk us through your race first. How did you approach this one?
So I had a really bad start. I'm sat on the grid and I'm like, "Oh, the lights are on." And I'm like, "Why have I not heard the lights on?" So it sounds really sketchy. As I was on the inside up the wall, trying not to smash into anybody, I'm trying my hardest to get crew chiefs to turn on. So that
Right.
worked out.
Yeah.
T1 went okay. T2 didn't really go okay. I mean, Stephen had a little coming together, but
Yeah, saw that.
I looked it back. I thought it was on me. Some people might say it's on me. I'll put it down to a racing incident.
Yeah.
Stephen slowed down. My speed was still going, not a lot. Luckily, his race wasn't ruined too much from it.
No, he
And then
did
it was
recover
just
well, to be fair.
It was just a recovery drive then. So,
Yeah.
but now I'm happy with the P14. To be honest, happy with that.
To be honest,
Decent.
I had it down in the moment as being your responsibility, that one. But like you say, it's lap 1 bunching, if you're going to call it anything, or lap 2 bunching. You know, everybody's in the heat of that moment, and you've really got nanoseconds to make split decisions, haven't you?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not a lot you can say, to be honest.
No. I mean, I don't want to be the guy that crashes into people. Nobody wants that, especially not to see it on stream. Like, if Stephen was out, then I would have been gutted. He's like ruined my race and ruined his race, but managed to get some positions. He managed to have a decent race from it. So I'm not going to say some naughty words, but he made the best out of it.
Yeah, too right. Well, Jerez is next. Have you even got the track?
I don't actually know. To be honest, I've not even thought about anything next week, apart from obviously this weekend's charity race. That's the next on the agenda now.
Fair enough. Charity race?
We do. I got accepted into the Jimmy Broadbent 23 Hours as Older.
Oh, wow, right, nice.
By sheer luck, just applied, had an email. I was like, oh dear. So for the past week, we've been getting all that sorted out, sorting out stints. Well, yeah, so that's from there. We'll be practicing tomorrow and Friday, getting ready for Saturday.
Right.
So
who's the recipient charity?
Yeah, it's for mental health.
Right. Okay. Excellent.
So been reading the rules. It's going to be a super serious event, but people can donate and they can send out the house robot, which can literally just cause carnage for the whole race. So that's going to be quite fun to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, that's a bit of a strange one, but okay.
Yeah, well, reading through all the rules and regs, it's just going to be carnage.
Right.
You can donate to the charity to give somebody you want on the team or another team a drive-through penalty just for fun.
Oh, I like that. That's quite fun. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see where that's going.
Yeah, you can see where that's going to end up.
Yeah, too right. Well, it's certainly been an entertaining night's racing. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Do you know what? His head's going to explode when I say it now. I'm going to just shout out Paul. He had a connection issue and he come back in and carried on racing.
Yeah.
There's other people that have binned it and just quit straight out. He come back in. Yeah, he weren't happy. These things happen. But he carried on. He might have been at the bottom of the grid, but he carried on and he was enjoying himself. So I'm going to take my hat off to Paul for that one.
No, very good. A good shout out. And yeah, a great race from you. You'll maintain the championship lead if you haven't got a whole pile of incidents, which it doesn't look like you have. The championship looks good for you this season. I think it's yours to throw away for AM class, maybe, because it is mega tight up there. Well, let's see what the points are like once I've uploaded them after this. It's certainly going to be a very close affair in that AM class. But great racing this evening, and we look forward to seeing you this time next week. Fraser Garrity.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
Right then.
So we could probably get Paul's reaction on that one. He's in there as well, waiting. So
he's in the booth, right? Let me bring Paul in. This might have to be the last one of the night, though. Sadly, there's a couple of work guard guys. Maybe we can get a quick word with the work guard guys. But into the booth we drag. Mid conversation, always love that. Paul Hurley, good evening.
Good evening, fellas.
So, all was going well until...
Disaster.
Yeah, what was the disaster?
My iRacing just disappeared from my screens, and all I was looking at my screensaver
Ah,
for no
excellent.
apparent reason. And then I had to restart my PC, come out sieving, and obviously it's put new tyres on, and then managed to spin and hit the wall. And I had to tow back, and I thought I'm going to keep going. But yeah, a disaster.
Well, I have to say, and I have to echo what Fraser said, you don't get many people who face into those challenges and carry on racing. It shows a real strength of spirit for you to do that and to shoulder it. I think you'll agree with me, won't you, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw in this race anyway, a lot of people had a little touch or got the meatball, packed it up, and just left the session. And the fact that despite what happened to you, you cracked on, and in the end, you still ended up beating 4 people. So hats off to you.
No, thank you. I mean, I suppose there's not a rule that says you've got to do a certain percentage of the race, is there, to get your points?
1 lap.
Oh, well, yeah, I say, well, there's still places to grab. I don't know, people could still crash or whatever, so I'll just keep going.
Yeah,
If you could
yeah.
turn up to race, I'm going to race.
Yeah, and it's done you pretty good, actually. Where are...
No, I must have dropped some positions. I was actually like in 15th or something. I just said, I'm going to pit to, it was, I had Miguel, is it Miguel? Who's the really fast guy who won
Manuel.
last week? Manuel, coming up behind me, so I'm going to pit, and just as I come off the radio, boom, everything just disappeared.
Right. Well, you got 25th in the end out of 29. So it was worth you staying in it because you were second off last at one point, weren't you?
Yeah, no, I think
Or
I think
third
whoever,
off last.
other than Ronald had quit, I think, and somebody else. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
people.
made it a few more places, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
In
no,
real
no.
life, if it was your car and you were racing in real life, engines blow. You got to look at it like that as a simulation. It's just part of what could happen. It happens to the best drivers. The engine go, or that hydraulics go, or something goes. It can happen in the sim, so you just got to treat it like that.
Yeah, I like to think that because we've got the fast repairs, that's like jumping into the spare car, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
Schumacher.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
The T car. What is the T car?
yeah. We go to Jerez next. Is that one that you know well?
No, I don't think so. Is it like Portimao and Navarra?
It's tighter than those.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I've driven it, but I can't remember it. It's not something that comes up a lot, is it, on iRacing?
Not often, but I enjoy it because I just like that track. I'm no good at it. I just like it. But a lot of people don't.
No.
Yeah. So anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice?
Yeah, just you guys and just everybody else you raced. I mean, for the most part, but a slightly treacherous trek. There was the driving standards were good, weren't they? The
Very
racing was
good.
clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and just to everybody else, the AMs, my teammates, and yeah, thanks for Fraser for shouting out for keeping going.
Yeah. Too right. Those sort of things need shouting out because it's a sportsmanship thing, you know. And you are a great sport, and we look forward to seeing you racing this time next week. Paul Hurley, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Night.
Take care.
Right then, and very quickly, we shall bring in the 2 work guard cars. Chris Dixon, good evening.
Good evening.
Quite a busy night for you on track. There was lots going on around you.
Yeah, good racing.
Yeah, it was good racing. I'll bring in Andy Littler. Evening.
Good evening.
Evening. So Chris, first and foremost, that looked a bit tough along the route there because you were in such big battles all the way through, with quite a few races around you. There was a lot of side-by-side racing, I have to say.
Yeah, enjoyed it. It was nice, clean racing though, so it wasn't tough. We just give each other room. I mean, when you look at the incident points, we've just had a look through there, and there was very few, to be honest, for the obviously the length of the race as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good racing. So
No,
Yeah,
excellent.
well, yeah, really enjoyed it.
Because you must have done so many laps of this place. Both of you must have done loads of laps.
N- nope.
No, right, okay.
Not well, no practice. I did a bit of practice earlier on. I didn't get on. It was about 20 minutes left, I think. But I
Right.
haven't been on all. That was my fault because last week me something went on the brake pedal,
Yes, I remember you saying
and
that.
yeah, and I completely forgot about it. I come in tonight. I haven't been on the sim at all because I've been busy. Come in tonight, turned it on, and jumped on to do the practice. Went to drive out the pits, and the pedals were moving. I was like,
Right.
no. So by the time I'd fixed it, I had about 20 minutes left, I think. So just went on baseline setup, and away you go. It was all right,
Done well
actually.
on baseline. And Andy, did you practice for puddles that never disappear?
Yeah, I did do the night. Yeah.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean, the change
As
in.
soon,
Go on.
as soon as you put it up, I went on. I was shouting to everybody on the practice, saying, "Right, lads, we're practicing in the dark, but there's puddles on that bloody circuit for Wednesday."
Yeah. And how did you get on with the diminishing light? It didn't drop too much anyway, did it?
No, it wasn't too bad. No. It's I had tried early doors with the VR headset, and it just kept kicking me out with internet problems and latency and all sorts. So I've done tonight on single screen,
Oh wow, right,
which
okay.
I've got to say felt really weird.
It will do after
Like
VR, yeah.
at home, I've got triples, and then being on VR when I'm away,
Oh, you're on the
and then
road,
just
yeah?
on what, yeah.
Ah.
So it was like, wow, this is weird. But I just, yeah. And DRE decided to stop halfway through as well, and I was like, oh crap. Hope I don't wreck anybody's race.
Yeah,
Helpful.
yeah. Unhelpful, yeah. Well, you stayed where you should do when the faster cars were coming through just then. So that's a skill all of its own. We go to Jerez next time. Is that on anybody's list at all?
I can't quite remember it. I know I've done it before.
Yeah.
Can't remember it. I don't know about Chris. Have
I
you done
don't
it?
think I've done it, no.
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't recognise it at all, so I just had a quick look there when we were in the waiting room, and yeah, I don't recognise it, so I don't even know if I've got the track.
Next week's going to be brilliant, Jay, isn't it? Hardly anybody's done the race.
Yeah.
Well, including me.
I'm
I've never
sure it'll be
raced it
great.
either, so it's
yeah.
going to be interesting for sure.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
We've been there a couple of times in V8s, funnily enough. And
Have
it's.
we done it in here before?
I thought we had, but maybe we haven't.
I've got a feeling we had, but
I thought we had. So let me go back.
Cal didn't think we had.
Let me just go and race. I should have a ref listing somewhere in here. Well,
Yes, I've never raced it.
no, and I've looked back.
Because you've not got it.
Nope, I've just checked there, and it's not there, so I've got to buy it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Add to
I
cart.
can't see a TCR race there.
Yeah.
Since
I know I've done it in
2016,
the MX5, but
Yeah, the officials have never been there either.
Right, so
Oh,
highly
right.
unlikely that this series has. I've just looked back to season 16 and there's no entry for it, so. Okay.
Could be fun.
Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. For me. Let's see if I can pray for some rain. I mean, avoid
Yeah.
Just don't make
Yeah,
it dark, but
definitely.
yeah, cool.
We
So-
love the rain. I like the rain.
Starting with you, Chris. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just yourselves as usual for doing what you do. Great racing tonight. So all the guys for turning up, and obviously the people for watching, and results for helping out with setups. Although I didn't get one tonight, I didn't have a chance to ask for one, so I just went straight in baseline and out. So, but I'm sure if I had, I'd have sent one over.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have done.
Yeah.
No, well
Thanks,
said.
everyone.
And we'll see you this time next week. Chris Dixon, everybody.
You will. Good night.
And Andy, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
yeah, the usual, you guys. A special well done to Pete and Carl tonight. Just watched little bits of it before we came in, and them two were magnificent tonight, weren't they?
They did a great job. Yeah, absolutely they did.
Yeah, and the usual, everybody, like Chris said, the result, everybody watching. But, yeah, I hope
Okay.
everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, well said. Good shout outs, and look forward to seeing you racing this time next week as well. Andy Littler.
Yep. Right, folks.
Right, Jay. Not much longer, and you can go and feel bad about yourself in the quiet of no broadcast. I've really enjoyed this endurance race. They always seem to all be bunched together at the start, as you'd expect. Then you often get periods where they've all thinned out. There was only one about 4 or 5 minute section that I remember tonight like that. Otherwise, they were all paired up or in groups, especially that P3 back to P6, P7. Oh, that was intense. That was.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a lot of pairing, like you say, pairings of drivers, three ways of drivers, and they're constantly thinking every single lap, do I make a move or do we just move as a pack and move up? And once the pits started coming in, and like you noticed, like a gap from I think it was lap 11 all the way up to lap 15 of different laps, people going in for the pits. It spread out the field, but the action was still there. Everyone was always had someone to run with or against, and that's worked really well for us tonight, and it's been really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, absolutely right. Good words to use because they're the right ones. We've got a bit of a challenge now around driver of the meeting. So, in a very very quick summary, Carl Hardy has done remarkably well. Finish in third place for me. It's not easy getting to the end of an endurance race, especially when you've got puddles and high winds and people as fast as we've got in this series. So third place overall and a class victory is remarkable and right up there for me. I liked what Jaden did. I think possibly he could have been higher up. His own admission around couldn't get into the groove. Probably needs a bit more focus and practice. I'm not sure. And then standout races otherwise. I like Paul Hurley's attitude and coming back in and continuing to race. Same with Stefan. That would have been easy for his head to drop, etc., and not carry on contributing. But he's done actually really well. Made his way back up to a decent point score. But I think my vote this evening has got to go Carl Hardy's way for this one. He's that's probably one of his best finishing positions ever, and on a week where you get such a massive points haul, it's really going to make the difference for him. So he's done a great job there. What are your thoughts, Jay? Anybody that's jumped out, or is Carl the boy for you as well?
A lot of really good comeback drives, like you said, people with heads down. A lot have quit out, but the ones that stayed, there's Paul also on that list as well, who we had in the booth as well. Just absolutely brilliant comebacks and heads not dropping. I was thinking about going with Carl, but I remember that I think I went with him last week or the week before. So judging on performances and someone who I don't get to vote for very often, I'm actually going to give mine to Tony Walker this week. He kept up with the quickest in Pro-Ams and gave us really good entertainment with his battle with Jaden, especially towards the end as well. And I don't think I've had a chance to vote for Tony this season, so I'm going to do it tonight.
Well spent vote. BSTV driver now, Tony Walker there, getting a vote in that. And very well deserved, I have to say. That was an excellent performance from Tony. Okay, in that case, folks, we will look 6 days ahead now towards this series next week at Jerez. But before that is a V8 race. Let me go and find out where it is, even though I set the session up the other day. Hopefully I set it up right, unlike this one. Oh yeah, Red Bull Ring for a sprint feature on Saturday at 7 o'clock on your screen, 6 o'clock if you are racing. That's UK time. It's a Grand Prix circuit, where this series was last week, funnily enough. It's always proven to be a very dramatic race in V8. So it's one that, if you've got the time to be there, you won't want to miss it. It's going to be a great V8 race. But this series, like I said, off to Jerez in a week's time for a sprint feature there. Thanks to everybody that was on the chat. Thanks to everybody that contributed. Anybody that watched, this is why we do it. It's for you guys and your entertainment just as much as the racers. Thanks to the racers that turned up, and for those that didn't, we hope to see you again in the not too distant future. And big shout out to Jay for his massive contributions to this. While he's feeling rough, I don't think I've hardly missed any broadcasts over the last 6 years of doing this. And I know what it's like to sit in the booth wishing that you were just in bed, nursing a Lemsip on your own. So yeah, that's big commitment. That big commitment from Jay Corley, and a huge shout out to you. It wouldn't be the same without you. Stay safe, everybody, and I'll hand you over to Jay for his goodbyes as well. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe. Good night.
Thank you very much for that, Pete. They say that the human body is about 80% water. I'm pretty sure mine is at least 75% lemsip as we talk. But we go back across the ocean. God, I tell you what, the logistics bills and how much we spend on fuel for the jets carrying these cars across that ocean constantly, it's absolutely disgusting. But we find ourselves in Spain next week for back to our usual format of racing. If you haven't already, put a thumbs up on the stream, subscribe, check out the Discord as well, and hopefully we'll see you next season, or maybe towards the end of this one, in Backfire Simsport's TCR Challenge Cup. But I'm about to cough a load of phlegm out, so I will leave you all to it. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and yes.
Here with the lens, but his brain's gone blind. Shoots the dirt instead of the grind. Sam's lost deep in his own head maze. Wandering thoughts set the cameras ablaze. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast a circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? J. Cole smiles while the world goes bust. Streaming calm with unshaken trust. You're doing great, he says with cheer, while flames reflect in the camera's mirror. Backfire, backfire, it's all a mess. Broadcast a circus, can't second guess. Wobbly kneecap stumbles in the haze. Nobody knows who's steering this craze. Who's steering this craze? Wobbly spin circles like a broken wheel. Lost in the chaos, no grip, no feel.